Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to Carefree Lewis G. Welcome back to that time of the week. And it's Shameless FC. We are back here, back again. What's everyone saying? It's been a good week for
told me I
some.
was coming straight in. I was backstage a second ago.
I didn't even see you backstage until I pressed the timer. I can't even lie, man.
I'm sitting here like this.
So you might have been caught lacking, but it's also kind of been the Tottenham way. But we're going to delve deeper into it this week. We're going to talk into Spurs collapse, the Arsenal double defeat against Olympiacos in the Champions League, Chelsea beating Atletico Madrid, the Kelechi Iheanacho hat-trick, and Ole Tax still boring us through the week. But first off, we'll go for everyone's week. Neil, how's your week been, mate?
Busy but good. Things have been going all right on the channel so far. So yeah, all good, man. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me once again.
Yeah, Babs as well. Let's chat about your week. Obviously, it's a North London derby. Tough defeat to take as well in the Europa League. But what's your thoughts, bro?
Nah, bro, just move on. Go to Slav. You know my thoughts, bro. I want to hear what Slav has to say. Go on, Slav, take it away.
Slav, I hope you're okay, man.
The thing is, what do you want me to say?
I wasn't going to ask you if your week was good, innit? I was just saying that you were okay, innit?
No, real talk. Do you actually need me to say anything?
Yeah. I want to hear you cry, bro. I want to hear them. I want to hear them tears, bro. I want to see them tears, bro.
No, I just want to hear from a Spurs perspective.
I'm being serious. I'm not even joking. Last night was worse than Sunday.
Yeah, I know. That's the best thing.
Of course.
That's what I needed. If you had gone through, you lost to Arsenal derby. Yeah, cool is what it is, but you would have still gone through to the Europa League quarters. Now you're out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now I'm hearing your Jose out, and we told you so. Yeah, Lewis told you, Flores told you, I told you about Jose. So I ain't surprised what Jose's done. But go on, take it away.
No. But just before I continue, is it just the four of us tonight?
No. Flawless joining. He's just running late.
No James, no Hammers.
Nah, James ain't making it this week still.
Damn it, I'm on my own. You don't need me to sit here and tell you how bad. It's embarrassing enough just watching it. You don't need me to sit here and tell you. I've sat and spoken since the game finished. I've spoken to all my mates who are Tottenham fans, all my mates who are Arsenal fans. I've spoken to a fan of almost. I've spoken to a Villa fan because that's just someone who I'm friends with. And what more do you want me to say? I am Josie out because and if anyone else can give
one more time. You're what?
I'm Jose out.
Okay, one more time, please.
I'm Jose out, Bavs.
Okay, thank you.
Come on, man.
Lewis, I swear to God. Lewis,
I love that you're
Jose. Oh, Jose. Do you know what? Right, I will say one thing. Right?
FC trip to Amsterdam. I'm throwing Bavs in the canal.
Listen, mate, I don't blame you, but the whole thing I'm trying to make, right? It couldn't happen to a better duo, Tottenham and Jose. As an Arsenal fan, it's beautiful, bro. Do you know how beautiful it is?
I'm sure.
Mourinho's put me from.
How do you feel now, Babs? How you feel now is how I felt when you were going through that, that period back in whenever it was a few months ago. The
thing is, right? Yeah, we lost games, right? But you've just lost the derby of your derbies, right? You took the lead, you scored a fantastic goal, but let me get straight to that game. I don't know if we're going to start on that, but you were horrific.
We might as well, innit? We'll go straight into the North London derby.
Look at the frauds. Two frauds in the
mad goal, fair play. I ain't going to say nothing on that. Same old collapse afterwards. I'll let you go into it.
Listen, right, what I'm going to say about Tottenham, right?
Before you start, let's just have a football conversation here. Let's not. I don't want to fucking Nah,
we're not even. Listen, shut up. Let me talk, bro. I'll give you your football talk in a second, man. You put him on mute for a second. Let me talk, bro. Yeah, let me talk. Like Kevin De Bruyne would say, right? Spurs, and it wasn't Slav, right? But I had Spurs fans in my mentions all week because one Spurs idiot had the nerve to compare Henry to Harry Kane. Right? And I said, listen, man, how dare you compare him to Thierry Henry, to TT? And these men are in my mentions calling me all this and that and saying, we're going to come for you this Sunday. Bale's coming, Son's coming, Kane's coming, this guy's coming, Jose's coming. Where are they? I didn't see them. All I saw was Lamela score he scored a worldie of a goal, but what did it mean? It's the history of the Tottenham. You score a great goal and you get nothing for it. That's Tottenham for you. You scored a goal worthy of the pushcast, and yet you came out with nothing except for your ass getting slapped. And let me get it straight. I know you could have equalised right at the end, but for 80 minutes of that game, we horrific. We dominated you. You were horrific. No intentions of going forward. You have Ndombele, you have Bale, carry the golfer. You've got Son, who obviously went injured, unfortunately, but you have Kane as well. And I did not see a single Spurs proper attack. You scored a great goal, but that was your only attack in the whole game for 18 minutes.
I was going to come on here, and say that I don't know if you know. I know you deserve that win on Sunday. I would have preferred it if you'd won the game, with better goals than you scored. But you deserve the points. I'm not. I don't, when you lose at the end of the day, despite the dominance, when you lose a game to a deflected goal and a controversial penalty, right? Regardless of whether it's a penalty or not, you deserve the points. So I don't care.
Yeah.
But when you lose a game in that manner, and then you, like you said, you hit the post and then you have the one off the line, it makes it more frustrating than it is. Because if you'd won 2-1 and scored 2 really good goals, and I was sitting there going, you know what, what were you supposed to do about that? Then that's when it's acceptable. I don't know if does that make sense. I'm not trying.
Yeah, no, I hear that. You were close. You could have.
You deserve.
I get that. Yeah, I hear that you could have nicked a result. I understand that, and it would have been such a Jose thing. So I wouldn't have been surprised, but you didn't. So if buts and maybes, let's do absolutes. We won. That's all that matters. Right? And Spurs lost. And as I said, we beat you the way we wanted to beat you and how I wanted to beat you. Dominate the game, press. Win that ball back, keep you under attack, make chances, hit the post a few times, but who cares about in the post? We scored 2 goals. The penalty itself, let me get it straight. It's debatable, and if it was against me, I think it's harsh. But some of the Spurs pundits in the media, stop fucking crying. Please, stop crying. We get it. Yeah, you can get Jermaine Genius is the best example. Cry. It was a penalty. It got given. And in fact, there was a penalty that Arsenal were given against Watford in the last season, which was the same thing on David Luiz, yet no one discussed that. No one cared about that. Because it was given against Arsenal. Whereas for Arsenal, it's the Spurs pundits are like, nah, that's not. Shut up, man. Yeah, shut up. I don't know. And the thing is with Spurs as well in the media, they control the media. I see it all the time. They always get their agendas forwards. But look, ultimately, you lost the derby. And it happens. You've lost so many derbies at the Emirates. We know it happens, right?
Yeah.
Beat us at the Emirates 2010. Yo, yesterday. Bro, man, you were 2-0 up. You go to Zagreb. Their manager's in jail. You're the only fraud I see is Jose, right?
So I respect him, man. I already told you. You've only beaten him twice. I'm back in Jose.
I couldn't give a damn, right? Most recently, and so look, I know that obviously Slav said he's Jose out, but I'm surprised he made Jose out before that, because in that Arsenal game specifically, and this is as an Arsenal fan, I've seen Spurs come to Arsenal and lose before, so it's nothing new to me, right? But you used to offer more threat with Poch. You just did, right? You were more of a threat. And there's games on when we'd go to, for example, you beat us 2-0 this season, right? When you scored the 2 goals from Kane and Son, fair enough, you won the game. But you've beaten us in the past 1-0 with Poch, but you've dominated those games a lot more.
I think that was only one, the 1-0s.
Now, there's a few games I can think, right, where I used to look at Spurs play and I used to be like, oh, Ali, work, he's a great player. Kane's doing this, they're quicker, they're faster, they press better, they make more chances to dominate us. Whereas now, even when you beat us, it's like, yeah, you scored 2 goals, and one was a counter attack, the other was a worldie that never goes in normal time, but you scored that goal. But if it isn't a worldie, and if it isn't Kane or Son, who is it? Your team is too reliant on 2 players. Why is Ali not being used enough? In that Spurs-Arsenal game, specifically, he came on and he caused an impact. So why is he on the bench? Why is Jose keeping your best attacking midfielder on the bench? Why is Gary the golfer, what's he doing? Is he getting ready for the PGA Tour or something? Because he wasn't there. He got hooked off in the 50th minute. And I've never seen Kieran Tierney get an easier game. Right? He was, bro.
Firstly, that game, like I said, you deserve to win. I think, do you need me to tell you how bad at football Matt Doherty is? I mean, Kieran Tierney had him on toast.
Yeah, you can enlighten us again. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
And then the thing about Bale, right, is the way to get the best out of Gareth Bale, right? He was bad on Sunday and he had a bad game. But if you're going to sit back and defend, you're not going to get the best out of players like Gareth Bale, are you? You're just going to get a performance like that.
But we told you so. Flawless, Lewis, we told him. Did we not tell him about Jose?
Yeah,
we told you about Jose. We ain't
Jose,
surprised. I know you might be a little bit surprised, but we knew this was going to happen. And that's how he plays. He's never going to change. You could get new coaches.
Like, maybe the derby.
No, but it's not bad.
But
Zagreb,
3-0. It was Zagreb when you were 2-0 up. That was just a
no,
madness.
100%.
I was sitting there watching, literally laughing at some of the plays that I was seeing. That was the big turning point. Because here's the thing. I thought Jose for the cup runs with you like these.
Wait.
I never really
Lewis, can we
the
block
league.
Easy spam in the comments? It's so annoying.
Wait,
Block
what?
him for
What he said? What's he
Oh
said?
yeah,
it's just-
don't worry, bro. We'll get to two short
This
comments in a little bit.
massive
We're going to talk about the North London derby now. We'll get to that.
Block him
But yeah,
immediately.
go on. What were you saying anyway?
Oh, goodness gracious me.
No, I mean,
God,
okay, I'm going to make you all laugh right now. Flawless, I can't remember if I mentioned this last night when we were chatting. So I was looking at the odds for the next manager at Tottenham, and if you scroll down to the ones where you get to like 100 to 1, it was Diego Maradona, and he died 4 months ago.
Nah, that's a bit easier. They're taking liberties.
I promise you. One of them was Diego Maradona. I couldn't stop laughing. That was the only thing that cheered me up in the last.
I still can't believe to this day that you man actually
We got
said,
ran.
we'll let go of Pochettino. Cool enough, fair enough. The results were good enough. We get that.
No, Babs, he had to go. Regardless of Mourinho.
No, what did I just say? I said fair enough. Results were good enough. You move on. Mourinho, you've gone for the opposite. You've gone for a proactive manager who plays a style of football, and that's it. To the manager who is literally a football terrorist. He's a terrorist, bro. I don't want to hear it, bruv. You know, how can you bail Kane and Son? Obviously, Son was injured, but you know, how can you have those players and play like that in a big game? The way you set up, even if Son had stayed on the pitch, you wouldn't have had an impact because you're not attacking. You weren't attacking at all. There was no, urgency going forward. It was like, let's sit back. Let's hope the Arsenal players don't attack well. But what the difference was this time to last time was we have attacking midfielders now. Odegaard, Smith Rowe. Can we give praise to them now? Because I know Tottenham are bad, but Arsenal are great. And those two attacking midfielders were ripping you apart.
Odegaard had a good game.
Yeah, I know he had a good game. Remember when you told me that he's this player from what was it, 2014, and he's a wonder kid, he's a failed wonder kid, he's this and that. He ripped you apart. And Smith Rowe, though, Smith Rowe had Doherty.
I wouldn't say they ripped us apart, but
he did rip you apart, bro. How Arsenal won that game, right? Was midfield superiority. I'm hearing names like Højbjerg. Who's Højbjerg in this game? What was he doing in that game? You know, he got ripped by Smith Rowe a few times. Let me get it straight. The reason why Arsenal won that game, right, is to forget the front line, forget Lacazette, forget Kane and so and so. It's the midfield, right? We dominated the midfield. And second balls, we're winning them. And that's why having a midfield fit of Partey and Xhaka, as well as Odegaard and Smith Rowe, you couldn't cope with it. You couldn't cope with the movement. Mourinho had to change his entire system because he said, let's take off Gary the golfer because he ain't doing nothing. Let me bring on Sissoko to attract Smith Rowe. That's how much of an issue he was causing Tottenham. So, listen.
That's a sub. I think he got that sub wrong. I do think he got that. I know that's why he put him on. I know that's why he brought him on, but I still think it was the wrong sub. These 2 games were massive.
He's the Easterny on the Tottenham. He's the Easterny, bro. I love Keeley. He's a legend, bro. And I love Joe Hart as well. Joe Hart, mate. Yo, Joe Hart, mate.
And whatnot. Didn't Juve? They've never won the Champions League, and they bottle it every year.
Hang on. Hang on. It's a Spurs fan talking about trying to criticize Juventus about Champions League.
Yeah, they've won the same amount as us. I'm pretty sure in the last 20 years.
And they've got
bro. You're not even in the. Hang on, you're not even in the Europa League anymore. Don't talk about European competitions. You're banned. No more.
All right, then you're banned from the Premier League competitions,
right? But we're in the Premier League. No, you're not in. You're not in European. You're not in the European. You're not even in the quarterfinals. You couldn't even get past a team whose manager was in jail. His manager was in jail, bro, and you still couldn't get past them. That's Tottenham for you. Lewis, is your team through? This are you in the next round of European stages? Your Champions League? Are you through?
Oh yeah. We packed up.
Flawless, are you through?
Yeah, we got through.
Okay. Well, yeah, but listen, Leicester,
top four, lads. Top 4 at the moment.
Let's go, Neil, innit?
No, but look, at least they're getting top 4. At least they're getting top 4. What have you got left to play for? The Carabao Cup final, where you're gonna probably get embarrassed.
Not much.
Is that
really.
it?
Hang on, you say is that it? It's still a cup final.
No, that's all you got left. League done, Europa League done, FA Cup done.
League done. We ain't finishing top 4. Although,
and also the worst thing about it, right? It's not like you're playing. It's not like you're playing good football on the way to
Lewis on Sunday.
What's up?
What's the league table saying? How many points off you if we win Sunday? Because you ain't got a
league
game.
Sunday. Give me a
you're
second.
Not getting top 4.
I'll get
the
table out.
Yeah, you're not getting top 4. I'm sorry.
Wait, how many points?
No.
We're on 51 points. You're on 45, 6 points.
The reason why Spurs won't get top 4 is they're competing. Well, not with Chelsea United, because Chelsea United will get top 4.
The reason we won't get
It's
top
Leicester.
4, we've got Mourinho in charge, mate.
Yeah, and as well as that, but you've got to compete with Leicester, with Liverpool, because they're on a resurgence form. Hopefully, if they've obviously through the Champions League, they beat Wolves as well. You got Everton is still there as well. So are you better than those 3 teams? No. Do you play better football? No. Is the manager better? No. So
that's why he's got to go, man. Look, if we do lose on Sunday, he will be gone. But
I hope he's not. I hope he stays. I hope they give him a new contract, because Josie's the guy for you. You got to trust the process. Rally out there and do it.
Why wouldn't they sack him now then, if that's the case?
They're not going to sack him, bruv. Levy is not sacking Josie.
Why wouldn't they sack him now then, if that's the case?
Basically, it's the guy, the Matt Law bloke who did the Lampard thing. They've come out today and said, look, if they gets drastic, if they lose on Sunday, he's gone. If not, he's got to the end of the season to get top 4, regardless of that cup final. And if he doesn't get top 4, then he's gone.
Go on, Matt Law. Listen, mate.
No, Matt Law didn't say that, mate. He literally didn't say that. He said if they lose Sunday or they don't get top 4, he's gone.
Who have you got on Sunday?
Villa away.
I hope you win. I hope you win. Bro, the longer Jose stays, the longer I know you're doing nothing. You're not a serious team with Jose as your manager. I'll be honest, and I hate Jose, because you know why I hate Jose. He's tormented me over the years, so you can see by his personal.
I don't feel you're a serious team with Mikel Arteta in charge. Personally.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we all feel that way, innit? We are not.
You can have your opinions, but at least with Mikel Arteta, I thought, what was it, Jose? Trophy Mourinho. Expressions called him Trophy Mourinho. Who's won more trophies since Jose and Arteta have come in respective clubs?
I didn't call him Trophy Mourinho.
What was that video? Energy, Mourinho.
You can't use 1,000 on the whole family.
Bro, the whole point being, right, you can have your opinions on Arsenal, I can have my opinions on Tottenham. Mourinho is dead. Tottenham, who takes Tottenham seriously? Look at your logo. You got a cock on the fucking ball. Who takes that seriously? Who takes that team? How can you imagine, right? Imagine you're a European team, right? And you're looking at that logo. Can we get the Spurs logo on screen right now, please? Can we just have a look at this for a second? I just realised, I was like, what is this? You're really going to
make me have to download
Spurs? Yeah, no, I am. I want to look at this, bro. Bro, please do, because I'm looking at it, I'm going, how is that intimidating? United have got a devil. It's intimidated, right? Leicester have got a fox. It's still, it's somewhat. Chelsea got a lion. Arsenal got a gun.
Carrying through bins and shit, but oh well.
But then you've got literally a Nando's peri-peri chicken. Are you going to be scared of that?
Can't be arsed.
It's not, bro. The deepest thing, Slav, right, is.
Does anyone care what their team logo is?
Nah, I'm just bro. That's why Tottenham will never be serious.
I do care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get.
Imagine.
I get what Slav's saying.
Look at it, bro. Can we just look at this for a second? This is what man are supposed to be intimidated over. What is that? Please explain to me. Slav, go on.
I don't care, mate.
Slav's hearing it. Slav's telling, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
We don't care either. But as I said, man, fingers crossed Jose wins.
Can it?
What?
Doesn't get much worse than this, does it? So it doesn't get much worse than this, does
it? It could.
Unless we.
It does.
It doesn't get more embarrassing than the Zagreb.
No. We're mathematically safe.
Safe.
So relegation.
You weren't going to get relegated anyway.
So
you were talking
about what I need next, right? Bro. This is what I need, right? Flawless. This is what I need, right? I need Spurs and Arsenal to swap positions now, right? So we can get out of this one thing they over. So it's 10th. Fair enough, we're 10th. We get it.
It is quite funny that we're really bad and you're still below us.
But hang on. I've got reasons to why I'm actually not as concerned as maybe I should be. They're Arsenal 10th, and I'll tell you why. I'll put context into place. So. First half season, we were horrific. We were 15th. Everyone thought we were going to relegate. That's what people were saying about Arsenal. We're going to get relegated, right? So now we're 10th, right? People say, how can you be happy with it? I'm not happy with it. No one's happy with it. But if you put context into the place, and I've always said to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal, when we get a attacking midfielder in, any sort of attacking midfielder in, not even just a good one, but anyone. Since Smith Rowe's come into that team, which was that game against Chelsea, we are 4th in the form table. So it goes to show that when we have players like a creative midfielder, which Arteta didn't have for the first half of the season, we are a top 4 team or thereabouts. That's why I'm not as concerned. With Tottenham, you are fighting for the title and now you're 7th. You are fighting for the Europa League and one of the favourites according to Jermaine Genius, and now you're out. You are out of the FA Cup and you are a cup final against City, which best of luck.
Well, imagine the limbs if we win it, I'm coming round to your house, mate.
Fair enough. If you win it, then fair enough, because at least Mourinho will get a new contract. So win-win.
No,
Still, yeah, that is a win-win. He's got a point there still. I agree.
Agent
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
Lewis, read that thing out. They've said Mourinho's the result of the
Yeah, if
Cup
Daniel Levy does sack Mourinho, it's likely to put him on gardening leave like he did with Pochettino, meaning Tottenham would continue paying monthly to avoid paying a lump
top
sum.
four because you know did you know that if you win the Carabao Cup, you only get $100,000 prize money. That's nothing.
It's not
Wow.
a surprise.
It's not about the money, though. It's not
the
about
same
the
prize
money, though,
money.
really.
No,
Not the trophy.
Neil, my point is, Neil, obviously, especially in the current climate, you need money coming in for funds in the summer and transfers and contracts and whatever, right? So my point is, if you win that trophy, it doesn't, give you much money. But if you get in the top four and get into the Champions League, that gives you that gives you a boost financially, right? So if he doesn't get in the top four, which he most likely won't, right? He's not going to get in the top four, Mourinho. He'll sack him because that's what they've come out and said. That's why top four is more important. Not that it's not more important than a trophy, but it's more important than a Carabao Cup at the end of the day financially. So that's what it is.
So the reason why he got Mourinho in was to win trophies.
Yeah,
at
and
the end of the day as well.
it was a risk.
It also doesn't have to be immediate because Jose's meant to be here for a long-term goal. Big up Fatu with the donation as well, saying, Slav, do you honestly want Mourinho gone now? Do you know how much it will cost you if you sack Mourinho before the end of the season? And that's the thing as well. I swear you're going to owe him 15 million if you sack him.
But you've just said it will be gardening payments, Lewis.
That's the report. That's not what I've said.
That's what
this comes from Matt Law as well. Like some of his quotes.
It will be £5 million. It will be £5 million every few months, but it's not my money. I don't care. We're not broke. I'm sure we can afford to sack the manager. It's not about that. But yeah, I do want Mourinho to go. Give it to anyone. I don't know who that is. How many games were left? 10 games. Give it to Ryan Mason to the end of the season.
Thing is, right? They don't listen. The funniest thing is they don't even have any legends to give it to. Who are they going to give it to?
It's not about
Jermaine Genius.
They got legends.
I'm just saying, right? If United sack manager, they go give it to Giggsy. Chelsea, give it to Frank Lampard. Give it to who have you got? Ledley King.
Definitely don't give it to Giggsy if Ollie goes. But I get your point. Definitely don't give it to Giggsy.
Oh, you might as well go.
Yeah, you want Harry Neville at the wheel.
Do you know what people laugh at?
I'm done with this ex-legend stuff and that. No.
Join the club, man. We're here.
Nah, I'm not with
you know what, right? If Spurs are serious, right, and if Spurs want to go on another long-term project, which is what they need as a club, they're not a short-term successful team. They don't have the owners for it. They don't have the club. They don't have the mentality for it. Right, simple as. They want to go on a short-term successful run or a long-term successful run and build a team again. I'll give it to Scotty Parker.
No, what? Okay, so whilst I kind of agree with you, I think it's too early for Scott Parker to get such a. For me, it is. I agree. I see your point, and I would one day love Scott Parker in charge. I mean, look, you Babs, you can make. I really don't piss me off and banter me. It will be Nagelsmann. It will be Nagelsmann in the summer. That is the number one target. They've literally come out and said it. It will be Nagelsmann, and Nagelsmann wants to move to the Premier League, and there won't be another Premier League job.
I was actually going to say that as well. You might as well. I guarantee, if the Spurs players were just to manage themselves, they do better than without Mourinho.
Yeah.
I think that's how much I think he's anti what Spurs. I think is right.
Everyone's. That's why I think Ryan Mason in charge for 10 games and 10 games only, nothing more. For the end of the season, he's currently our under 18s manager. That's why he would be. He would come in, and the under 18s are doing well. And for 10 games, I think he'd just he'd make them enjoy.
Do you know what? With Scott Parker, right? I know you said that. Okay, so he's not experienced enough, right? But he's done something that even Lampard couldn't do. He got Fulham promoted. He's got that experience. He's got a year a bit experience there. So it's the whole point being, right? People, but people think, right, that because he's in the same boat as Lampard, was as Arteta, was as Ollie, or Ollie's got 10 years experience. But you know what I mean, like Gerrard as well. I think Parker's shown for Fulham, he can coach a team very well. And for Spurs, you've got better players than Fulham, right? The football they play is good. It's a bit like what Pochettino played for Tottenham. They play high intensity, and if you've got better players, and just forget that you've got Kane and Bale and Son, you should be then at least higher than where you are right now. You've got 3 players. Well, forget Bale because he's finished, but Son and Kane at least should be higher than where you are, man. You were fighting for the league title. Remember that? Remember when Spurs were a team fighting for the league title? Oh god, what a day, man! I told man then and then it was never gonna happen, bro. It was never gonna happen, and fair enough, you can help.
As well because. And you said it perfectly. They went from a progressive manager to Pochettino, and they went backwards to a completely different manager in Jose. But
What- yeah,
same
but-
way, you've got to look at some of the players that you have, and this is again being echoed in the donation too, saying it's not Mourinho, it's the players that we've had. We've never had the eggs to be a mentally winning side. Same thing with every single coach Spurs have had.
Yeah,
but
there's
even
a
to be
way.
honest, if you put it like that, it's Jose that's meant to instill that mentality in the players too.
He's meant to instill it, and there's a way to go about it.
No, hang on,
even
hang on.
with go on.
I watch Tottenham every. I know what it is. It's players and it's look. It's Mourinho big time as well. It's a collective. It's a collective. Look, some of the players just straight up aren't good enough, right? You look at Sissoko. You look at there's players that have been there far too long that don't care. They aren't good enough. They've just got to go in the summer, right? Big rebuild needed. And then you have Mourinho, who at the end of the day should be able to get something out of these players, and he's getting nothing out of them. So he's got to go. So it's a mixture of both.
I agree.
As well, and it was a big risk, and it was a gamble to appoint. I don't think it was a gamble to sack Pochettino. I think it was the right decision because we were 14th and had won one game.
Do you regret it though?
No, we hadn't
Even
won
if you
away.
think it was the right decision now,
regret.
in time, do you regret it? You think you could have rode it out with Pochettino?
No,
Correct
because,
if I'm
mate,
wrong, right?
if we had backed him, yeah, but we didn't back him. We were 14th. We hadn't won an away game.
But
in
you
12
then
months.
said you backed
And
Jose.
we won one
afterwards.
game in 15.
That's the
Slav,
thing. You backed
correct me if I'm
Mourinho,
wrong,
so
right?
you would give
Hang on.
Pochettino that
It was a
backing.
mistake, mate. We fucked Daniel Levy.
No,
Fucked
I
it.
just want to know if you regret it now. That's all. Not
Surely
if you
he
regret
does.
it from
Mourinho, surely Mourinho.
What do I regret? What appointing Mourinho?
then. Like now,
Yeah.
like with the hindsight of everything that's happened with Jose, do you regret sacking Pochettino, or do you still think it was the right decision?
If we had Pochettino now and he wasn't backed, we'd be in this position.
No, but
But
that's
Jose
the key
was
word.
backed.
Jose's been backed.
So Pochettino would have had that same
He's been
backing.
backed, yes, but he wasn't backed with the play. Look, he wanted Ruben
And do you think
Diaz.
Pochettino would have got better out
He
those
wanted
players
Ruben
as
Diaz.
well?
Listen,
Yeah, he wanted Ruben
The whole-
Diaz, but we
Hang
can't
on. Right.
compete with City financially.
I hear that.
So-
I hear that. But someone put out a tweet. I don't know if it's wrong or right. You can tell me, Slav, because you're a Tottenham fan.
He wanted
But
Milan
apparently,
Skriniar.
Mourinho's £5 million away net spend of equaling what Poch spent in 5 years.
Yeah. That is right.
He's been backed
I'm not- hang on,
by
but
Spurs.
I'm not-
In Spurs'
Babs,
level, he's
I'm
been
not
backed.
defending him. Babs,
1
I'm not
year to
defending-
5. Okay.
Babs, I'm not defending Jose. You're talking. I hate that. I want him out. I've said that at the beginning.
Nah, he's Mourinho out, man.
He's out, man.
Like,
He's
Mourinho
welcome,
out.
he's welcome to it. Welcome to the.
He's got to go. I'm now a Slavia Prague fan. Well, I mean,
Fair enough. Look,
We all are.
look, let me get it straight, right? Me laughing at Tottenham doesn't mean I think Arsenal are going to go win the Europa League now. I still doubt it's going to happen.
No, I
still
know,
think,
mate, you have every
we've had
right
a bad
to laugh.
season. But the reason why I can laugh about Spurs this week is because
That is
we've literally just beaten them.
Back
Yo,
to
this
back
guy, bro.
losses to
Do you know what?
Olympiacos.
Someone
I
made,
want
a,
to throw this in.
someone made a good point about Al Arabi, right? If I'm his agent, right, I am finding a way to get this guy to the Prem because he would cause teams issues, bro. Issues. He's a good striker,
He'd score against you every game, mate.
bro. He would though. The thing is, though,
You
he
lot should
calls out.
sign him.
He's old now. He's 34, bro. But his
Oh,
overall
is he
game.
34?
Yeah.
Oh, mad. Okay,
He's
someone
34.
mid-table then. Oh,
Babs,
well,
I didn't watch your game
still
last
sign
night.
him.
For
Deep
for
down.
obvious reason, I didn't watch your game last night. I didn't
Bro,
actually
last night
No, I
was
didn't
Aubameyang
actually-
stinkfest.
Nah, you played pretty like
This
well, I was-
season's been about Aubameyang's
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
my
that's
bad.
been still.
Sorry.
Babs, was that your strongest team, bar Thomas Partey, who still played
What?
a part in the game?
We started Eldeni and Ceballos. Saka
Yeah, I
was
said it.
out.
Put-
Partey was out.
Partey in,
Odegaard
put
was out.
Partey in, Put Partey and Odegaard in, and that becomes your strongest team, right?
3
You only made
players
a
off,
couple of
I'd say our
changes.
strongest. 4
That-
players off our strongest
That's
team.
where I actually have a bit of respect for Arteta, right? In terms of what he did, something Mourinho didn't do. In terms of you had a bigger advantage going into your second leg than we did, right? Because you had the 3 away goals, and he still put out. How many changes did he make from the derby? 3 max, 2, 3.
Odegaard came out, Partey came out, Cedric came out. The back 3 after that was the same. Goalkeeper the same. Xhaka started as well.
Aubameyang
Aubameyang,
into that
it was
is
actually
still-
quite a few changes. I think 5 changes. I think. So
It was
still-
it was a strong team, whereas we
Yeah,
put
because we
out
got a strong
very
enough squad
weak
to do that.
side. Take away other than Harry Kane, we put out a very weak side, and that's where he fucked up.
Yeah. But
So
to
did
be honest,
Knuckles.
yeah.
By the way,
and- but
I don't know if anyone plays FIFA here, yeah, or Ultimate Team. This Orsic geezer, not only does he
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
he
I
rips me
remember,
on FIFA and he rips us in real life. Fuck off.
I had him last year because of that. Yeah, listen, if it wasn't for last year, I wouldn't know who he was. But he had
Team of the week
his
card.
team of the
He's
season
getting
card.
the-
But one thing I'll say about on Jose, right? You know, you were saying how it's the players and it's the collective, right? It's the way he sets you up.
No,
That
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't excuse. I can't excuse how
No,
you
man.
go into the Northern Derby with no intensity in your team, no press, sit back, deep blocks, and for me, I'll be honest. that was one of the easiest games it was for Arsenal to progress that ball to your third I've seen all season of any team.
Yeah.
To the
No,
end of the
you're
season,
right,
because
right.
it was just walking through it. But as I said, man, I
And
still think
the thing
Jose's
is,
the guy.
look, Babs, you said it before.
Stay.
Our squad, some of our players are awful, but some of our players are good, very good players like Kane and Son and Ndombele and whoever. Like we've got 5 or 6 good players, really good players that you can build a team around, similar to what you have in terms of Aubameyang. I like Partey. I like Gabriel. I like Tierney. The fuck is that?
Traffic. Aubameyang's
So
got right
Aubameyang running late to the derby.
Oh, that's joke.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that as well. What's this
Wait,
about
wait,
your
wait,
captain running late to a North London derby?
Wait. This.
Go for it.
So that we have like you did, yeah. Arteta came in and he's now trying to build a team around some of your good players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with us, if we get a young manager that plays attacking football, I do think some of these players you can build a team around them to build a good team and try and at least compete in different competitions in the league. If we can get some of the dross out in the summer, obviously right now it's a mess, but if we were to get an attacking manager or a young a manager who's not Mourinho, basically, and build a team around it and sign some decent players, there's every chance we could be relatively okay again. But as for right now, it's a mess. It's a shambles.
So under Pochettino, right?
Yeah.
I know he got sacked last season, right? But before that, he had never finished inside the top 4, maybe once, right at the start.
Yeah, we finished 5th in his first year.
So that was his first real year of a struggle. First real year, right? So for you to just go and sack him, then it's like
No, but I appreciate it from an outside.
you didn't back
point.
him, bro. The
Look.
simple fact is you never
Oh yeah,
backed him.
no.
And that's why I always stand by Poch in
need
terms
to
of
back.
if you never backed him, how would your team improve? Your players are getting older. His system is very press orientated in terms of intensity.
The squad is aging. Half this squad is the same squad.
But see what you said there, right?
When we were back in Poch's second season.
Right.
It's the same
You
thing.
see what you said there, right? Your squad's aging. This is where I think Arsenal are a bit different to Spurs. Our key players are younger players. I know Aubameyang is key, but he's one of the only ones. The rest of them is Saka's is 19, and Martinelli's 19, and you got Tierney's 23, Gabriel's 23, Odegaard if he stays is 22, Smith Rowe's 20. So young core of players. Spurs don't have a young core. They've got an experienced core in their prime. So if I'm Harry Kane right now, I'm going, am I willing to stay at Spurs to be part of another rebuild under maybe a Nagelsmann or Parker, whoever, right? Or go to a team now where I can actually win a trophy or win the big trophy. It's not just a trophy.
Unfortunately for Harry Kane, he missed his chance. It's now. I'm not sitting here saying he missed his chance to go 2 years ago, and now he won't get a choice. Even if he wants to go, he can't because
He's got to force it.
We speak about this he won't force it because he loves the club. It's just
Man City will want a striker this summer. Right? They want a striker.
It's going to happen.
Man City will want a striker.
We speak about this every week, and I can't be bothered to. I can't bother
because I remember the photos of him in the Arsenal kit growing up. Was that the only Arsenal fan, or has he turned them all Spurs?
His family. I've met his family. They're all Tottenham fans.
Yeah. No, he's not. But you have that. There's plenty of families. My brother's supports Man United. Doesn't mean I'm a Man United fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. So
hey, salute to Babs' bro in that real one out here. Real one. You know what I'm saying?
No, but there's quite a few people I know that have dads that are Spurs fans and mums that are Arsenal. It happens.
Look, unfortunately, for Kane, he's going to have to settle for probably a career with a lot of goals and a league cup or two, and that's just how it's going to be.
So hang on. So going back to last bit, now you can agree with me in saying why I feel bad for Kane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because last week there was a lot of arguments about Kane.
But at the end of the day, it's his own fault. He should have left 2 years ago. He didn't, and now
he's got to force it, man.
He's going to go back. He won't force it though. He won't, and you know he won't.
He has to force it, bro. He has to force. I'm sorry. Bro, he's too good of a player to stay at Spurs and win nothing. He has to force a move.
He's actually going to leave, then you know he's not. Everyone else might leave, but he won't.
Bro, look, there's a lot of Arsenal players, right? There's a lot of Arsenal players, and Arsenal get made a massive meme because of our players that left Arsenal to win trophies, right? But they were right for their personal careers. Think about it, right? To win their trophies. So Kane's got to do the same. Son, I'm not sure about because he's signing a contract right now.
Come
but
from your academy, the ones that left the trophies.
Well, but they developed at Arsenal, though. The whole point is they were made into players at Arsenal. And for Kane, yeah, he came through academy, but still, man. Gerrard came through Liverpool's academy. He wanted to move to Chelsea.
But he didn't.
But he was meant to. And he forced it as well. And
Kane was meant to move to Real Madrid 2 years ago, and he didn't.
But at least with Gerrard, he had that one Champions League that he could hold on to. He's got something.
No, you're not. This isn't me saying Kane doesn't want to leave. Yeah.
No, I know that.
He probably does right now. Who would want to stay at this at this right now, right?
Yo, Lewis,
It's-
man. No,
He's
this is me
overcommitted.
saying-
look, I
this is-
can't
yeah,
speak on
this is-
Arsenal's behalf
he's-
because
he's
Arsenal
got
can't afford
3
him.
years left.
But I know that
He's got-
Roman can afford him.
Nah,
Might
he's
have
got
to be
3
one of them
years.
ones.
He's got 3 years left.
I
on
mean,
Jack
now
Daddy.
Roman and Levy will never do business again after Modric.
Exactly. He's got 3 years left on his,
What
on
happened
his
with Modric?
£250,000 a week deal. right?
Modric wanted to come Chelsea, wanted to force the move, and Levy just decided to be a waste man and just say
this
no.
is- I remember
But get
that. This is
revenge.
200
Yeah,
this
we
is
won the
200
Champions League that season, and he dipped to Madrid that summer.
But he's won 5
This
since or
is-
something like that.
This
Could have
is,
won 6 at Chelsea, just saying.
Yeah.
He's on
But, you know,
250
he decided to go and win 5 with the goal in it. We're going, Slav.
Exactly.
Carry on.
Yeah,
innit?
Who, Hazard?
That's what
Who?
was it. You miss Casemiro. Benzema.
No, Dogging Hazard.
Belgian
Did he win the Champions League? Dogging. All right. Okay.
Aye, forget. North London is dead anyways. We'll go.
Shut up. Give it.
From
Just say it, Lewis. Say it. No, hey, hang on. One thing.
I don't get to finish my point. It's this the whole
Go
conversation.
for it. Go
I was
for it.
trying to finish my point and started chatting about fucking Luka Modric.
Yeah, so sorry about it, but go on.
He's on look no, about 3 years left
No,
on the
Slav is
contract.
not happy.
250 grand a week. Yeah. Hang on, you would. I said I weren't. I said I wasn't gonna fucking show, and you said
Yo,
yeah,
you're
so-
here. I'm
Well, I'm
here, man. You got a show, man. Let's go, Slav, innit? I'm gonna, you know me, though. I'm
He's
a
on-
dickhead.
he's
I'm gonna
on-
get my
he's,
jokes off going. It's all about you. There we go.
Take it back. I know I'm good looking, but 200. He's 250 grand a week. Yeah, 3 years. 3 years left on his contract. 28 years old. You all know he gets an injury once a year minimum for a few weeks. No one. He ain't going anywhere. Like he's just gonna have to settle for pretty much mediocrity, and that's the way it is. The rest of them can go. I don't care. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's just that one.
Oh yeah.
You should be realistic about it, man.
Hey, Lewis, put a super chat up. Put a super chat up.
Oh. Big up this super chat first, saying they're halfway back. Jose Levy's a halfway crook, and Miguel saying, "Do you see what Modric said on his Instagram story about Spurs losing to Zagreb?" Babs, did you see it? Because I haven't.
Yeah.
All he said was
He
congratulations.
bigged up Bullsich, but that don't matter. What matters to me is Joe Hart.
Oh,
Joe
my
Hart.
God.
Joe
that
Hart.
was a
Man said he's
howler.
at your club right now. Man put job done.
Man, so that's disrespectful, yo.
I find it funny, to be fair.
Man
Craig
said
was
job
also
done.
saying, so what you're saying is Kane fucked.
Shout out, Craig.
He should have gone 2 years ago. It's his own fault.
Do you know what the funniest thing is, right? This
It's
has
facts.
become now.
He isn't going anyway. He just isn't, and it's not because he doesn't want to. It's just because that's where Daniel Levy being in charge. The one pro is a lot of our players don't leave unless it's for 200 million quid, or because they go to Real Madrid.
I'd force it. I'd go and stand.
He's not that
I'd do
kind of. He's
anything
not
to get
that
out
kind
of
of
there.
player. His family, all.
Bruv,
Like,
I'd
he's a
walk out.
London
I'd
boy.
wear an Arsenal kit. If Kane, go wear an Arsenal top, you'll get sold tomorrow. I'll tell you right now. Just wear an Arsenal top.
Already
Yeah,
has.
yeah.
No, he has, but that's the last time he celebrated a trophy. I'm talking recently. Go
Let's
wear an
move
Arsenal,
on.
wear an Arsenal top, you get out of there, man. Go wear.
Let's
Do you
move
know
on
what?
to
If
one of the other
he
sides.
can force a move. He can force a move, but he's too PG. He's too PG. He ain't gonna do
Man,
it.
he's the England captain as well. You don't want to. Do you know what I mean?
So-
Like, he's not, he ain't forced.
England captain, bro. He should move out of Spurs, but we all agree on that anyways. You know, Spurs are a banner club anyways. We'll move with it, bro. I'm 10th and I can say this, so you know you're a banner club now,
I think we are. I think so too, but
bro. This was meant to be your year. You were fighting for the title. Remember, we had to focus on Brighton and Fulham and them, man, and you were, focusing on your opposition at the top. Remember that?
shambles.
Do you not
mate.
remember?
Shambles, man. Absolute shambles.
Yeah.
It's the-
Oh, you're-
It's
bro.
the kiss of death, man. Oh, yeah.
I wish we were. We talk about this shameless trip times. I wish we were there now. I'd be fuck.
I
Fuck
wish
throwing
we
you
were
in
there too.
Fuck throwing Bads in the canal. I'm drowning myself in the canal.
Whoa. Yo.
I'll be in the coffee shop. I'll just be chilling. But
I
yeah,
bet you would.
we'll,
But it's-
we'll move the topic on. We'll start with Chelsea, and there was a 0-0 draw against Leeds. But then there was also the battering of Atletico Madrid. Yet again, as per usual, they had a stronger team than we did. We had the Danish Maldini out injured, Jorginho injured, Mason Mount injured, and we still dominated them. N'Golo Kante had a vintage performance, literally roll back the years to prime 17-18 N'Golo. We dominated the midfield. Like I've seen a lot of Atletico Madrid fans talking about the match, and they're all in agreement that we were the better team over 2 legs. The first leg I can understand with the players coming from the virus and everything. João Felix wasn't at his best. Kieran Trippier suspended with the betting allegations and everything. We were kind of favourites going into that
we had a
match.
fiver on Chelsea.
Quiet
to win.
favourites. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know betting
No,
like
no,
that.
you
So I
were
don't know if
good.
that
You were
helps.
good on Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
whatever
they
it
were
was.
as good as they were. Atletico Madrid were absolutely arse cheeks, but Chelsea were on point still. Chelsea
I have
were
to give
good,
one
but
thing though.
Atletico Madrid
I
were
have to
not
give
good.
credit. I respect Tuchel for one thing he's really done. So he's come to Chelsea and he's changed the system. You go from a forward back to a five at the back, right? He's playing to your strengths now. He's got players in their actual positions, like for example, Aspilicueta, Rudiger. He looks like a beast right now. Rudiger's going mad. But in general, you know, your defense look better without Christensen, bro. He kept the clean sheet. But
we always keep clean sheets with or without.
No, but all jokes aside, right? What he's done, right, is he's kind of just taken a little bit away from the attack because under Lampard, as bad as you were still creating quite a few chances, right? You were making chances, you just weren't taking them. Now you'll make maybe slightly less chances, but better chances of the better quality of chances. But then you don't concede as many goals. So he's done well. He's found the right balance for Chelsea. That's the key for most teams.
Yeah, like he's been playing to a pragmatic style, but it's been to our benefit as well. It's built confidence in the team.
He has to, bro.
Yeah, go on.
What I was going to say, he has to because unfortunately at Chelsea you don't get time. We saw it at Lampard, you just don't get time. So you need to get results now. That's how your club works, and fair enough to it. So he's got an 18-month contract. He's not going to be given a 3-year deal. He's been given an 18-month deal. He has to win now. So I can see why he's pragmatic. Maybe once he signs a new contract,
it works.
He can go into his style of
We're
football.
unbeaten in 12, 13 games now under him. We've got Sheffield United next in the cup, and that's probably going to be a win. Like if we lose, that's embarrassing in itself. And we've been keeping
If they
clean
score,
sheets.
that's embarrassing in itself.
Oh yeah, just because you beat him 5-0 on the weekend. Yes, we know.
Just want to say we beat him 6-2 also, but go on, carry on. Sorry
Yeah,
to
we beat him
interrupt.
4-2.
Clean sheets is all that matters, remember. Danish
What was your last game against Sheffield United?
Who?
You flawless.
Bad line. Say that again, fam. You broke up. Say that again.
How was the last game against Sheffield United, my G?
All right, let's not talk about
Oh,
that.
they're going to
Yeah. Let's talk about. Hey, I'm not above all you lot, but yeah, go on, carry on.
Bro,
peasants.
we don't care
You know what I'm
anymore.
saying?
We-
in that.
Lampard,
Hey, Babs,
We
you
don't
lost.
care.
You lost
We
16
don't
points
care.
behind us.
We
You know what I'm saying?
don't care, bro.
Yeah, you should
it's
care.
Shameless FC for a
16
reason, bro.
points.
I ain't here to give
16.
shame. I'm here to...
That's it, because you are the shame. That's why your team is the shame. That's what it
Well,
is.
take the shame.
That's mad that you're
Because I want to see you in
16 points
Gdansk. Flawless, I want to see you at Gdansk, bro. That's what I want to see.
Yo, you lot make sure you make it there because we know you in
Yeah,
Europe.
you lot as well, bro.
Arsenal in Europe is like oil and water. You lot don't mix in it. So hopefully you make it there.
We'll
You know what I'm
see, man,
saying?
we'll
In
see.
that.
We've been to the semi-finals for the past,
Emery.
I think 3 out of the last 4 years.
Hey,
We've been there
when it comes
once
to
and we won it, to be fair.
semi-finals, I mean, United for not even talking about them still.
I will say the one thing. Yeah, go on. That's fine.
Nah, I was gonna say semi-finals. I'm not even discussing it. I'm out of that
One thing I will say though, on
Yeah.
Atletico, right? Can we free João Felix? Like, we just need to get him out of there, bruv. I'm sorry. He don't
Nah,
his
sorry.
style of play.
Not
Not out of there. I don't care about that. I'm talking about free João Felix from Simeone's jail, bro. Because they just don't mix. The style don't mix. Quality wise, but whatever. Style wise, stylistically, it doesn't work. It's like Jose and Tottenham. It didn't work, did it? That's what
He's
it's
the
got
only
to be.
one really
Like.
carrying them in their attack that game. Like that was a
Suarez
different Felix the first leg.
I will say one thing though. They were unlucky not to get a penalty, in my opinion. I know it was very slight contact, but his arm came out. The way it comes out there, I'm like, yo, you don't do that. That's what quite a kind of. But hey, you deserve to win. You're through, and that's what matters. And now you've got a somewhat easier tie than you could have got in Champions League quarters. So is it coming home?
You never know. It might just be coming home. It might just
Bro,
be.
do you know what? One thing
Bro, his neck's broken.
you
What's
ahead.
going on
Exactly.
there?
Well, bro, that
His
Photoshop
head's
guy you got there,
sideways,
bro. Who's Photoshop?
It was the
that,
best I could do.
Oh, it's you, Lewis. He
That's
need to work
Tuchel
on
and
that.
the
Man.
Danish Maldini.
Yeah, but one thing I'll say though about in terms of Chelsea, right? Your fans on Twitter, they don't help themselves, bro. I'm seeing all these videos come out now. I'm seeing all these little dancing videos and this video and raps and this and that. Have you not learned from last time? Like, just keep it quiet, keep moving with it. You know, move in silence, as I say.
Hey, I'm just rolling with it. Like I'm calm. I
Someone
just
say
think we have an easy, not an easy chance. We've had the easiest draw out of 8 really tough teams, and if we can make the most of it, we've got Liverpool or Real Madrid. Liverpool, depending on their injuries, could have a chance. Real Madrid's the one I'm a bit worried about because their mentality is different when it comes to the Champions League, and even if they've gone down a bit as a club, I think it's still going to be a tough one. And then the final, the good thing is the other 4 teams. That's one of PSG, Manchester City, Dortmund, or Bayern Munich. 3 of those are not going to the final, confirmed already. So I'm a bit optimistic. I'm quietly optimistic. I'm not
Lewis, I
saying
think
too
you'll get
much,
to the
but-
final. I think you might get to the final. I just don't think you'll win it.
I'm actually so pissed that I actually agree with you there, Slav, that I think they will get to the final still. I can see a PSG Chelsea final.
Nah,
Definitely.
Bayern Chelsea
Tuchel
final
come
again
back
and
to
lightning
haunt
will
PSG.
strike twice.
And Mbappe and Mauricio masterclass in the final. That's what I'm hoping for. As
Oh,
long as Liverpool or City don't get there.
Mbappe and Neymar to the
I
AC.
do think no,
Oh
I
my
think it'll be a
fucking
final.
god! What did I just say? Imagine, wait. Let's just put that into perspective. In it, imagine
Please.
Chelsea beating PSG in the final, Chelsea winning the Champions League, and Lewis getting the chance to put Mbappe and Neymar in the AC penitentiary.
And I can have a photo of Christensen with the Champions League right in front of the jail as well.
That's
Bro,
not
you're
how
gonna get
it
that
works.
tattooed
We'll
on
have
your
2
chest.
Champions Leagues. Double the
That's
Champions
not how it
Leagues of the
works.
rest of London. Imagine that.
That's not
The
how it
only
works.
place where you
know
can
that.
see 1 Champions League is at Stamford Bridge, and it could be the only place where you see 2. That is a madness.
Oh my god!
And that'll also end the London is argument for
It ain't
me
happening.
too, by
It
the
ain't
way.
happening. It's not happening, lad. It's not happening. I'll tell you that. It's,
That's all.
I
Man.
think
You hope it doesn't
it's not-
happen.
it's not
You
happening.
hope
Lewis
it
is-
doesn't happen.
Like jokes aside,
It's
Lewis
not
is the only
happening.
Chelsea fan that I know.
Alright,
None
I'm
of my
speaking.
mates-
I'm gonna
I'm
be
trying to
real. You're the
manifest
only
it.
Spurs fan I know. That's why I don't even mind.
I'm trying
too
to.
much.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
speak it into existence, Lewis. It's not happening.
Like,
It's not
obviously-
happening. No.
The
Oh,
only
you trying
mates
to
thinking
I
about
have
Spurs jinx
close
BS
with are
again?
people like Ian, Lewis. Like, I don't have mates to support my boys. None of them support Chelsea. We're all Tottenham and Arsenal, and then there's 1 or 2 United.
Yeah, we're real out here. Yeah, we're real out here, Lewis. We're not
I've
support
got a
Chelsea.
I've got a Brentford mate as well, but I mean,
We don't
Yeah,
support Chelsea.
Brentford.
Excuse me, boss. What team do you support? Chelsea. Fuck Chelsea, mate.
Nah,
Nah,
can't be arsed.
Babs over there getting his jokes off. I love it, yo. Babs over there laughing at his own jokes. That is
I
brilliant.
we
Yo,
should-
Babs
we
makes
give
me
up
so
the
excited.
side like this.
flawless. Wait, I have one question for
yeah,
Flawless.
Go on.
What's the name of the Arsenal manager?
No, it's that way. It's that way. It's that way. Oh,
It's that way, that way.
There you
Who
go.
are
There we
Arteta?
go.
Is
Hey,
it
there you go.
somewhere?
Oh yeah, they were talking about him as a player, innit? So someone said they don't know why Arsenal fans hail him up like he was a legend playing for them. He was just a tropical McTominay, Mikel Arteta, innit?
I mean, no one bigs him up as a player.
Now you don't
Oh,
yo, I'm
man.
telling you now, people in the not you Babs, but people in the comments doing it.
Who?
You know what I'm saying? Hail him up. Arsenal fans, when I'm bantering back and forth with him, they hail him up when he played for you.
He was a decent player, but that's it.
Yeah. But they hail him up like he was some mad
What do they
player.
say if you Google him in a play in a like, player?
The shit, it's
Oh,
Everton.
Lewis, Google up the word dodgy on Google right now, please.
Dodgy.
Yeah,
Okay.
dodgy
why am
meaning. Just search up. Yeah, read me out the definition, please.
Fuck off.
I dishonest or unreliable? Oh, for fuck's sake. Nah, I'm putting this on the screen. I can't.
What
be
does it say,
arsed.
Lewis?
Nah, I can't be asked. You are taking.
Read us the definition.
I swear down if this is anything. One sec, let me get this up.
This is live. You can search yourself, lads, in the comments.
Babs hacked Google.
Maybe I did.
Let me see it.
No way.
It's real, bro. Do yourself, bro.
That's
We run
mad.
these things.
Nah, to be fair,
By the way,
it's not wrong.
Premier
man.
League,
It's
you
not
are
wrong.
mad.
It's not wrong. We do have a dodgy defense. It's not wrong.
There you go, man. I mean, this is correct definition.
That's
Yeah.
good. Whoever did that, that's good. Slav, I did want to speak to you though because we were getting spammed with comments about it earlier, and I do have to address it. What are your thoughts on Tuchel?
Yeah, he's doing a good job, isn't he? He's doing a good job.
Just,
You don't like
just
him.
that,
What
just
else?
that. No,
Why do you
they
care what
want,
I think?
they just want, they wanted me to
My
address your
opinion's
comments when he
so
first
highly
joined,
rated.
and you were saying he was just a passy
I'm-
manager. Like,
The
sorry.
the football mind, mate.
You did say he was a passy manager still in it. You do have
No,
to
it
address
was.
that.
You can't deny at the beginning. Now, I actually don't think. I think it's got better. At the beginning, that was passy.
Passy,
So,
that's
so was there anything wrong with passy?
No, I think you're enjoyable to watch as well. Now, at the beginning, it was a bit like it felt like you were
Woo!
prodding up. But it's no. I'll give him credit. Mate, credit due where credit due. At the moment, mate, it's going really well. It's doing a really good job. But what I will say is, whilst he's doing a great job and you're playing good football and you're doing well, I think he should. I think like he should be. Look at your squad. And I said this to you last night, Lewis. I said, does this highlight how good Tuchel is or how bad Lampard was? And you said both.
No,
Yeah, it is
no,
both.
it's the second, bro. It's
Nah,
the
it's
second.
both.
I'm sorry. It's the second,
Tuchel
bro.
is a flexible
Nah,
genius.
Thing is,
he's
right-
doing-
Lampard
Oh, no.
just didn't really have much of a plan B, to be honest, and just got too stuck in his ways. But that's the difference between an experienced manager and an inexperienced manager.
I can see. Look, as an
when
Arsenal
you
fan,
lot
I
get
can
an
understand.
experienced manager, you'll see the difference too.
I can understand why you don't want to go on Lampard like that. But if it was a Lampard, and say if it was a Chelsea player who was he's like Arteta, you know, like I don't know, who's the player that used to play for you that wasn't great for you, like he managed you, right? You wouldn't give a damn. It's because he's Lampard. You don't want to stand on Lampard, right? But it just shows to Chelsea fans that man, it's just not his experience. It's just getting the best out of your players, and that's changing to a back three, going to a back three or back five, getting the best out of Aspilicueta, putting in experience over young players like Rudiger over players like Zuma, and also playing Kante because Kante's a beast, and Lampard had me thinking Kante was average. Cause he ain't average. He's still world class. There's certain players. My biggest test for Tuchel was can he get the best out of your new signings, and he's doing that out of Werner, who got the assist for Ziyech's goal. He's making chances. I mean, Werner still can't finish, but that'll come in time. But yeah, man, even Havertz is performing now, and Ziyech's performing to an extent. Kante's Kante, but yeah, look, think about it. Kante, Jorginho, Thiago Silva sitting in the stands. That's how good your defense is. Because you got Zuma and Zuma, Christensen, Aspilicueta, Rudiger. That's a lot of money there, by the way. Left back, Chilwell's a fraud, but I've always said that. But he's still a decent left back. Right back, Reece James is perfectly fine.
Out on
you've got Giroud on the bench. You got a good squad there that you spent money on. So you are where you should be.
That's exactly it. I've already said the squad was quality enough. It was just about whether the tactics were.
Yeah.
And it's just exposed that Lampard weren't really at that level.
The reason why
it is what it is. He's left the team in a better place. So I can't even give him too much shit because he hasn't taken Chelsea further down. All he did was in the case of the table, but that's why we sacked him at the right time. Our board was smart. That's why I've always been team.
No, you had to.
Right
you had to. Where Mikel Arteta and Lampard differ is the teams they have. It's just completely different. If I've always said it, if Mikel Arteta had the right players, like Lampard had, I would have said sack him as well. Because if you've got the right players, you're not performing, that's the manager's fault. But we don't have those quality. We didn't spend the money either in the summer. We spent on Partey, and then he was injured for most of the season. So, but yeah, man, fair enough. Yes.
Yeah, big up Sam Jervis. Gone. First call from jail. The Dynamo coach had one phone call from jail, and he phoned the dressing room.
Remember, lads, it's only Tottenham.
Remember, boys, it's Tottenham. Can't be asked.
Some of the memes I saw yesterday, bro, I swear to God, man. Twitter's hilarious.
Nah, Twitter was a madness that night, but it's only because you didn't expect it coming. Like it was crazy. But
I did at the same time as well.
We went 1-0 down. I expected it.
But can we just say the goals that Donny scored? Also,
third one as well.
I wonder if we can sign him now.
No, he's 28. I ain't gonna know what's signing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's 28.
Oh, he looks a lot younger.
Yeah, I thought he was like 24. He's 28, but he's a footballer on FIFA. So as long as he keeps getting in forms, I'll take that.
All right, cool. Well, we will switch to be honest, we'll switch to Leicester City and another great turnaround. We thought it was going to be a tighter game with a new manager bounce, and it really wasn't. 5-0 at the King Power Stadium. That back five formation seems to be really working a treat for Leicester City too. And Kelechi Iheanacho with another hat-trick. Well, not another hat-trick, another goal, but then he bagged another 2 on top. But talk to me about his turn in form.
It's a weird one. So I've said before on this program, like I don't rate him. If you look back, I said he can't play on his own. We've tried to play him up there on his own. We've played in a 2 now, and we bossed them. And the thing is, Sheffield were dead. Literally, we had 72% possession. Us 72% possession, but. Do you know what? We put our chances away, you know? We could have had more, and that was the crazy thing. I mean, a lot of us were asking for, well, if they keep defending like this, it was the case. But if you look at all the goals he scored, they're all different. It's not just like he's getting a tap-in from 6 yards, you know what I mean? He's hitting ones outside the box, getting headers, he's getting tap-ins, he's doing all sorts. So, yeah, man, we were not surprised, but he's just one of them players. He's a confidence player. And when he keeps going, he's just looking all right. But yeah, all over the squad. I mean, the 3 at the back with Evans, Soyuncu, and Fofana is looking a bit dangerous. And the fact is they're playing like 2 or 3 formations in one time. Like we changed to a back 4 with the same players. We have so many different tactics. It's crazy. Normally we have like 1 or 2 ways to play. We've played with a midfield diamond. It's worked. We've played with a 5 at the back. We've played 3 at the back. We've played 4 at the back. And it just keeps popping. Like we're playing Kelechi Iheanacho and... we're playing 2 number 10s, and the 2 number 10s that you'd normally play at the beginning of the season in Maddison and Pratt aren't available. So we're changing these players in, and we're doing bits. So, I mean, whatever. I've seen somebody in the comments say we're missing Ben Chilwell, but not at the moment, mate. You can keep him for 50 mil.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Someone needs to investigate Leicester for fraud because that is not right. How much you get for
No,
him?
investigate fraud on the
40 to
Maguire
50
deal.
mil, I
Chilwell-
think.
Chilwell was just a little bit steep.
So I got
A little
40,
bit
50 for Chilwell, 90 for Maguire. Bro, you, man.
Hey, people always
Round
talk
of applause. Round of applause.
They sold Chilwell for 50 and
Round
they sold
of
Drinkwater
applause,
for what? How much was
Round-
Drinkwater?
Bro, so all you man have been
Wait,
shagged
wait.
by Leicester.
You
Bro,
lot can do your work
like,
for me. I'll just sit here.
Alright.
How much was Drinkwater?
It's 40, 30.
35.
35, you know.
Okay. So we got shafted for Maguire 80 million.
I said
They sold
80 for Maguire.
Chilwell. They sold Chilwell and you get me Drinkwater for a combined.
Leicester
fee of
serious,
more
man.
than
Yeah, but
They're
the
serious. Bro,
17,
forget
20
Mourinho now, bro.
back.
Leicester, the serious team, bro. Man said, so how much is that collectively then? That's 50 plus 90 or 80. Was it 80 or 90? Whatever it
We
is. Still
just
shit.
bought you your training ground.
Plus 35
100
for
grand, yeah,
Drinkwater. And the thing
100
is, right,
training
their
ground right
team's gotten better each time the players left.
Yeah.
That's the maddest thing.
That being said, Drinkwater
Literally
and
bought
Maguire.
their training grounds. Can't
Yeah,
be
they did.
asked. That was Drinkwater and Chilwell. Chilwell, the jury's still out on. Like I don't really care too much
So
about
hang
that.
on, so who's
That's
your
a
left back?
long-term one.
Right, fully fit Leicester team. Who's your left back right now?
Us or Chelsea?
Yeah,
No,
fully fit
Leicester.
Leicester team.
Castagna or Justin.
So you
That's
got
our
upgrade.
two. So both good, especially this season with the way Justin's come on. I mean, it could be either of them, to be honest. I mean, Ricardo's played left back. I don't like it, but you're looking at Castagna, Justin, or Ricardo as these three as your fullbacks, which is insane, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Cheers, man.
Yeah, and for us, we got Ben Chilwell, who started the season well, but it's just kind of fallen off a cliff since January. But
Bro, I
no
told you. I swear to God, I told you as well that this legit
jury's
would
still
happen.
out. I believe in my guy because he's now our guy, but
Nah, you just hate Alonso. That's what it is. It's anyone but Alonso at this moment in time.
Alonso's actually been alright, you know. Yeah,
he has been all right. He has been all
Emerson
right.
scored a goal, bro.
Credit-
Give credit
Lewis-
to Emerson, man.
Lewis-
I give him the
doesn't
credit
rate
where
him.
it's due. When we face a team that sits deep and gives us a low block, Alonso is a good option. But if you press him, like jury is still out on him. I can't lie. He's had games where he still looked hella sus. But the thing is, no one else has been that bad, and we've just been able to see the game out. We can carry him a bit more. It's a left wing back position. If he was at left back, you can't. He has a lot more responsibilities.
You see,
and
Lewis,
he gets
right?
wiped out.
That's why I'm still a little skeptical of your defense because it's a back five. I want to see how they perform when it's less defenders and more midfielders. But saying that, your midfield is pretty balanced. You got Kovacic,
Midfield's very
Jorginho.
Yeah, but we're going to see
Kante.
that next season. For now, we're just trying to push for top four as a minimum. And
I reckon,
now
right?
with the Champions League, just
I
see
reckon
where
top
the
four.
fuck we go with
City
this.
obviously are gonna get it because they won title. United should get it surely.
Well, we gonna get
Chelsea,
it, man.
yeah, Chelsea because of the form they surely got, like, you know. I mean, they're not there yet, but they're gonna get there. So it's basically the other teams is Leicester, Liverpool, Everton, and West Ham.
But here's the thing: looking at Leicester's form, like we're saying, Chelsea should be getting it. Leicester are 5 points clear of us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's,
what I'm
how
saying.
good they were at the start.
Should be easily be
Consistency-wise.
getting there.
Exactly.
Like, if anything, I want to ask you as well: how confident are you feeling now? Because we're now into the last 8 games of the season. You aren't in bad form like last season. There's nothing to worry about. Are you still worried about a potential slip up, or do you feel like they've learned from last season and you feel a lot more comfortable in the side?
Yeah, the team's learned, but even if we don't get top four, I mean, we've still got a unbelievable season. What's happening at the moment? The fact that people even mention us in this conversation. So if we don't get it, I mean, I've said before, cool. Then we rebuild again for next season. That's what we do, and then we might sell a player, bring another player in. With the amount of injuries we've had, let's put this into perspective, Babs. Before you come on to your question, we're the only team since the beginning of the season that's been in the top four all season. Every other team has not been there. We've been the only consistent performer in the top four. I'm not saying that we're going to stay there. I'm hoping that we can. I think our form looks like we are. However, that's something that's been completely overlooked as well.
Neil, what do you think of Brendan Rodgers being the second favourite at 5-1 to join Tottenham?
He ain't downgrading. Forget about it.
What are you saying,
Man
man?
said he ain't downgrading, you know. That's disrespectful.
Yo,
I'm not even going to test that. I'm just going. Babs, what are you saying, man?
Bro,
I
I'm
would
just saying that
say
the
how
comment there's a
bad we
comment
are.
there about.
Tottenham are bigger than Leicester.
Shut
and it's
up!
not
Mute
close.
it, please mute it, right?
It's
Wait,
not
what?
close.
So you got 30 for Kante and 35 for Drinkwater.
Yeah, do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why? Basically, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how good Kante was. We got him for like 5 mil. at the time. So again, six times the profit, which is fantastic. But we put before we got these players in, Leicester didn't really know what they were doing, to be perfectly honest with you. And in terms of we didn't think, imagine in 2015, we've just been relegated. We've just nearly got into a relegation battle. We've come so far in such a small amount of time. So in terms of the contracts, we wanted to sign Kante on and basically go, right, we'll bump up the price. But Kante went, no. So at the time, it was 30 mil. So any of you guys could have swooped in for him. But 30 mil for Kante, we were like, this is daylight robbery. Chelsea came in for him, they got him. And it could have been any of your clubs. I mean, 30 mil for him is nothing.
Yeah, but
you could. Okay, he's not on that much wages.
Nah, we were focused on Vardy.
Xhaka.
That's what it was. Nah, Vardy from Leicester.
That's a Shaq, you know.
Babs, you were
One thing.
You listed a minute ago.
Go on, Slav.
Babs, you listed a minute ago all the teams that you think might finish in the top 4, yeah? And you listed Everton, right? You know we're on the same Spurs are on the same amount of points as Everton.
Yeah, but Everton. But do you know why? You're Spurs. I don't take you seriously.
I'm just saying.
Like when you won the title race, I never took you seriously. Same with the top 4. I don't take you
On the same bit of form as well.
with
2
Mourinho.
losses out of 5 and 3 wins.
Yeah,
But realistically, I think it's between Liverpool and Leicester.
I'm just saying.
The one thing that I think might go against Leicester is their running. Their running is extremely tough in terms of they play. I think 3 of their last 4 fixtures, or 4 out of their last 5, or 3 out of their last 5 is against the top 4.
This one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, their fixtures is a mazel. Yeah, when I looked at their fixture list, I was like, they're gonna have a big say on whether they get in and who else gets in as well.
But saying that, we are again. That is still 5 points, and if you guys are going to be competing for them positions, that's who we want to face.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? So it's not like we face the bottom team. It's like, well, if we drop points, we get a draw. That still works in our favor with 5 points. So, I mean, it's and also if you look, Leicester have always struggled a little bit against the small teams. Against the big teams, we tend to turn up.
I hear that.
Aren't you two playing each other in the morning?
Oh yeah, on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday. I thought it was tomorrow.
Sunday, yeah, Sunday.
Sunday early kickoff.
Yeah, we're the late one.
Yeah, I think 2 o'clock.
Are we the late one? Are we like 7:15 or something?
Tomorrow morning.
I don't care about the Premier League anymore. I'm gonna lie down, bro. I don't care.
All right, see you later, bro. We can talk about something else.
Bro.
I mean, how can you not care? The league's your bread and butter, man.
Bro, we're 10th. That's why I don't care, bro.
Slav, if you were 10th, you wouldn't care either. Does it look like the players care?
Does it look like the manager cares? Do you know what also? We're 10th, right? We're 10th, right? I get we're 10th. But we're 10 points off what I want to be in terms of top 4, right? So 10 points is a gap. So points wise, it's not massive. I mean, it's massive, but in terms of we've also got a game in hand as well, I believe. But I just don't care in terms of pressure wise. So if we win, we win. Fair enough. If we lose, we lose. I don't think we're down. It's done, isn't it? Anything we get is a positive or something added on to what we can. My focus is Europa League only. That's all it is right now.
Okay.
Slightly are going to do another madness.
They might do. Who says they can't?
5 o'clock kickoff, flawless.
Say that again. What time's the kick?
5 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, is it a 5 o'clock kick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was 2, but there we go.
Yeah, I thought it was later, but it is what it is. We move.
5 o'clock kickoff. Cool. We'll switch to Manchester United now. A 1-0 win against West Ham United, which was really.
More energy than that in it, because we had a fantastic week. Because we had lost those 2 games.
Same energy that I have watching Manchester United play.
Listen, because had we had lost, we would have been top of the bill. Forget the North London derby and Spurs losing to Dynamo Zagreb.
You
need to put the same energy that you put into Chelsea Leeds. Same energy.
We need that energy in that. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on my team. You know what I'm saying? We beat West Ham and that, arguably the best team in London, and then we went to the San Siro and won. You feel me? Out here. Yes, let's go. Paul Labille Pogba and that. Put some respect on his name. Paul Labille
Pogba. Talk to me about the result away to AC Milan.
Hey, just doing what we do. I called it.
Another strong defensive performance from Victor Lindelof as well.
I relax with all them things there. But what I will say is
the Swedish Wars against Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
The back 5 were very good. Henderson, the 2 centre backs, Maguire and Lindelof, who I give a lot of criticism to, were very good. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka were solid. Fred and McTominay were in the first half. They improved in the second. Rashford, you could clearly see, was injured. I think he only had like 16 touches of the ball in the first half. Bruno wasn't too good. Dan James was just Dan James. Greenwood was okay, but then Pogba came on and made the difference. Like that's what he does to this team. For everyone who criticized him so heavily and idiots who are like, he's a virus. We are a better team without him. Really?
He's
You know what I'm saying? And that, yeah, he is our best player. It's not even close. He's our best. He wasn't even fully. He wasn't even 100% fit.
Best player.
And he was playing out of position and still came on and scored the winning goal. You know what I mean?
It's the Juventus kit you got. That's what it is, bro.
So he's that he likes playing at the San Siro as well. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So Paul
Yeah,
Labille put some respect on his name and that. But like I said, I called this. This is what we do. I can see Manchester. I said United will win this game. I think we'll beat Leicester and then probably draw to Brighton.
Flawless, you're in the news that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could get a new contract.
All right, relax, man. I thought we all boys here. You man with these negativity.
No, I'm not saying it. I've heard about it.
I've heard this. That being said, all jokes aside, it doesn't make much of a difference simply because Mourinho, when he was sacked, he got a new deal in the summer and then he sacked him in November. It's like the board like spending money. So I don't really put too much emphasis on if he gets a new deal or not. Do I want him to get one? Absolutely not. But if he does, eventually he will be sacked because he's not good enough. But we move.
You got Darren Fletcher now in the executive rooms. You know, you got Woodward and that. Look, do you know what the difference between Arsenal and United is, right? And why, even though we're 10th, Arsenal fans are not
16
really,
points and 8 positions. But
yeah, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, right? This is the reason why you're so Ollie out and just like I'm done with him, and the reason why I'm not Mikel Arteta. It's because these were new. You get me? They new people into the club. Whereas with Ollie, you've seen it, but also you're bored. You kind of seen it happen in terms of Woodward's been there for so long. So there's not change. At least for Arsenal and Edu, I'm willing to give them time because they're new. So if they flop, they flop. If they do well, they do well. So I can't really judge them until they're given time. Yeah. But you've still
and that makes perfect sense. And that's why when people are like, why am I so critical of him? Because he's been here for the longest time. I've seen what he's done previously. So it's kind of like if had Ollie been successful beforehand, then I'd be like, all right, maybe there's hope you bring it here. You've had no success beforehand. You've come here. Football's just as bad. You have better players, and we're still awful to watch. So I'm like, all right, it's time for you to go. But 2 great wins in that. The West Ham game wasn't the best, but we got over the line as we do in typical Manchester United fashion. And then AC Milan, when they're the favourites, everyone's talking about Zlatan up against Lindelof and Maguire, and them getting players back. We conceded the last minute equaliser in the first leg, etc., etc. And we do what we do, and having Paul Pogba back helps so much.
Yeah. Let me say one thing, right? While on top of Man United, there's a player who needs credit, Luke Shaw. He's going to start for England now. He has to start in the Euros. Very good. But you see with Rashford, right? I know he scored goals, he's got an assist, right? But I ain't starting him in the Euros. I'm sorry, right? That left wing role, because that's what he plays, right? He's a left winger, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he starts, bro. I've heard a lot of men say he should start. And I think Grealish goes in that slot. 10 Foden. Right, Sancho, and the thing is, I don't think Rashford starts. That's simple as.
Like you got options, like you said Grealish there. You got Sterling who can play there. England have a lot of options going forward, and I want Rashford to take a rest. I'm not saying I don't want him to play in the Euros. What I'm saying is he's constantly playing injured. You could see, when he played AC Milan, he constantly playing injured.
What are we saying for the Euros, then, lads? We all support England, I guess. I mean,
I don't, but
I don't support them. But you know what I mean.
I'll watch it.
Depends on the team he puts out. I've seen it too many times. If, like, for example, if Henderson goes on a run, he'll be the first person in that team. Like, in my opinion, he'll be put ahead of Pope, ahead of this. It won't be on form. It will be on who the bigger club is. And I've seen this time and time again as an outside 6 person. So that will sum it up. It's like the same way that they'll take a bigger name, like when they took Wilshere instead of Danny Drinkwater, like summed it up for me perfectly. So it is what it is at the moment, you know. So yeah, we just. So I can't see. It depends what he's playing. If he's playing too hard in midfields, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, just go for it. 4-1-4-1, smash a team, and we win 5-4. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. But we've got so much talent going forwards.
English should just go for it. I've said English should just go for the kamikaze thing. They can't defend.
Exactly.
Defensively, they're not the best.
Kane starts up front. You got Sterling, Rashford.
Just get all these attacking players on the pitch. Don't worry about formation. Just have 4 and forwards. And we'll figure out the rest.
Make sure they link up. Like, you know, the likes of one thing you could say is that Rashford is the closest because look, Kane's going to start. We know that Kane exactly. Rashford is probably the closest person we've got to Son. And if you've got that connection and that chemistry, because England don't have that. If you've got that connection, go for it and just ram raid them.
Kane and Sterling
playing all sorts of crazy people.
Kane and Sterling don't work, so I don't think Sterling's had actually a decent season, goals and assist wise. He always does, to be fair. But
he's fallen. What are you on about? With Man City doing as well as they can, he's kind of flopped, to be honest, with how well Man City are doing.
The thing is, he's fallen off and he's still got 14 goals and 8 assists.
Who's this?
Sterling.
Well, Sterling's doing well, and you got to understand as well. Sterling they are playing without a number 9, so a lot of the time he has been playing as false 9.
you know what,
There's no focal point, and then when there is a focal point, it's Gabby Jesus.
All we need is Jack Grealish and Harry Kane, and we'll be fine.
Right? Yeah.
Behind
exactly,
number 10.
But I don't have faith in Southgate. But Neil did say something about being a fan outside the top 6, right? You said the big 6 season. Did you say big 6?
Waterboy, bro. Waterboy, maybe.
No.
Next World Cup. We'll go for the.
But Neil, you did say, right, that you as a fan outside the big 6, right? And I was thinking to myself after the Arsenal Spurs game. I said, do you know how there's the PR have made the big 6? Why is it the big 6? Who's the 6th team?
It's not Arsenal,
a big 5.
It's Leicester.
It's a big no.
Down to the number of fans. The big 6 is not about form. It's not about this. It's about how many fans and how much money you can generate. I
hear that. I think the point I'm trying to make though is there's a top 6, which is the league, top 6. Then there's the big 6, but there shouldn't be a big 6. Tottenham are not that big of a team to be in that conversation. It should be a big 5, and if there's a 6th, hang on, listen to me.
If he's in doubt, then you're in doubt as well.
No, listen, this is what I'm saying. Right? My whole point was this. This is my argument for it. Right? Big 6. So for the 6 teams that are in that big 6, so you got Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool, etc. Right? So if you go for the past 10 years, in my opinion, just recent last 10 years, right? United have won Europa Leagues. They even won a league title in the last 10 years, right? You look at Chelsea, Champions League title. You look at City, league titles, left, right, and centre. Liverpool, Champions League title. Even Arsenal, you still got trophies there, FA Cups, right? Leicester, in my opinion, if there's a big 6, should be in that conversation because at least they've got a league title in there. Now, what's Tottenham's crowning achievement in that last 10 years? Except for getting to a Champions League final but not winning anything. What's their achievement to be in that conversation? Silence.
You asking me or anyone else?
He's asking
I'm asking
you.
obviously. I'm asking a Spurs fan.
Oh, I'm not going to... sorry, I'm so depressed. I zoned out.
But again...
Slav is broken. Yo.
He's broken, bro. He's a broken man.
I understand. Yo, if I see my team go out having a 2-0 lead to Dynamo Zagreb and their manager's on the wing, I understand it. I want to say their manager's not on the wing, not on the pitch, in jail. I'd understand. I get it. If
you don't think we're in it, as much as I banner Arsenal, they're still in the top 6. They're still in the big 6 just as much as we are. Well, it's not.
No, I'm not saying you're not in the big 6.
Yeah, because Arsenal ain't done nothing big in the past 10 years.
No, we haven't. But the whole point is we still have got something there. If you get me, right? We've got something there. Right? What is it?
They got Kane. He can carry them through.
No, what? No, I said achievement, Neil. What achievement have they had?
Man, this is one trick pony. Come on, man. You got to think of something else.
No, because hang on. But then we're going for position.
Thanks, Neil.
If we're going for positions,
I got a point.
I saw a video go viral.
Shade him up a little bit. Let's banter it now.
I seen a video go viral of
thanks, man.
I've seen a video of Marky Mark go viral, Goldbridge, when he's like, London is blue because Chelsea finished above Arsenal. London is not blue in terms of size. London's blue in terms of success. So right now, Chelsea are a more successful team than Arsenal, and I can agree with that, right? But by that logic, is Manchester blue or red?
Depends what you're talking about.
No, you mean no. If so, his logic was because Chelsea finished above Arsenal every year, London is blue. So if that's the logic, United haven't finished above City in the last 7 years since Ferguson's departed. So does that mean Manchester's blue?
Nah, what I would say with this, with City,
no,
I'm not changing it. I don't use that logic though. It depends on what logic you're using. Currently, how I look at the Manchester is: are City currently winning the war? I mean, winning. Yeah, are they currently winning the battle? Yes. But overall, who's won the war? It's us. There's only one place you can go to Manchester and see multiple Champions Leagues.
With London, because Chelsea have been successful the last 10, 15 years, but that's the whole point you're trying to make, right? Chelsea, for Arsenal, is what City
London's
are
blue to me.
for City. But obviously, it depends on it, because obviously, who do you hate more, Chelsea or Arsenal, Flawless?
Oh, Arsenal.
There you go. That's what it is. So that's why United fans will then say London's blue.
No,
but then when you talk about then you talk about your city, you're like, nah, it's red. But why is it red? What have you done in the last 7, 10 years? What have you done?
That's exactly what I said though, is Chelsea have done much more than Arsenal during that 10-year period.
But same with City then.
But then if you look at the 10 years before that, we bodied City.
But in the same 10 years before that for Arsenal, we were surely not.
When did you body? You didn't body Chelsea.
No, but hang on. The whole point being,
you man won like 2 league titles.
Hang on,
we won like 8 or 9.
2021. Go back to 2001.
I'm going off recent period because the last 20 years it is what it is, right? The last 10 years, last 10 years.
Last 10 years,
what have you done?
Yeah,
so that means the last 10 years, Manchester has been blue.
If someone wants to say that, I wouldn't dispute that.
See, but you don't say it, you know what I mean? But for
Yeah, because it's Manchester City. That's why.
Exactly, but for London, you say London.
Because the gap's miles bigger. That's why. The gap's miles bigger. They've done so much more. Of course it is.
No,
They're
hang on.
miles
Is it?
bigger.
Right, if it is, then what have you done to compete with City in the last 10 years?
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's my whole
So
point.
nothing. So hang on. So you've done nothing, and we've done nothing. So how is it even?
Wait,
it's
in
the
the
same
last 10
thing.
years, we won a Premier League title in the last 10 years.
Okay.
You
And
lot
what have City
haven't.
done that period?
I don't know. They won 4. They've won 4. But Chelsea, exactly. Chelsea have won trophies you haven't won.
Yeah,
You won a trophy you haven't won.
What do I keep saying, right?
Yeah.
For me, the definition should be in terms of success and size of club. Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea in terms of size. United are bigger than City in terms of size.
Quadruple the
Chelsea
size.
are more successful, right?
Yeah.
So it's big 6 means big in terms of size, right? Not top 6. But people get confused all the time. So they were saying Leicester are now a big 6, but they're not bigger than Arsenal. So they can't be in that. But they're a top 6 team. So just want to clear it up, man. But I don't think they should be a big 6. It's a big 5, in my opinion.
I don't think we should be defining it by trophies because I think we're not going to be there.
And what do we
anytime
define
soon,
on?
to be honest. As in the reason for being in the big 6, the top 6, because that's because in that conversation I'm out of it altogether, and then I'm going to be out of it for a while.
I'm just saying, all my point is, what have Tottenham done to be in this big 6 conversation? What have they actually done in the last 10, 20, 30 years? What have they done?
Oh, if you change it to 10, 20, 30 years, it's different.
What about 10 years then? What have they done for 10 years?
We finished in the top 4 for the last 6 years, other than last year.
You finished in the top 4. Does that make you a big 6 team now? What have you won?
Oh, I can't be asked for this, man.
There you go. So hang on.
Nah,
if you've won nothing, in the last 10 years, you're not in the conversation. You're not in the conversation, bro. You're just not.
Do you realise you're the only one here?
Swansea won more than fucking Tottenham have, bro.
Alright, so Swansea are in the big 6 then. Alright, Swansea.
Then they are. If you've done nothing in the last 10 years, bro, you've done nothing in the last 10 years.
Shut up sometimes.
So just get out of it. You're not in that big 6, bro. There is no big 6. It's just PR teams, bro.
I'm gonna read the donation.
No one's agreeing with you. Just shout out your ass sometimes.
Who's
fair enough, man.
Join the Europa League, rather watch Lana, and I know you mean by Lana as well. I can't be asked because it's always you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just complete side note. Yeah, we got through against AC Milan, against all the odds in it, because everyone was talking about how we're going out and that in it. Everyone see all them save drafts that you lot had in it. Delete them in it. Deleted in that. Paul Bill Pogba.
Who you got in the next round? Granada?
We got ITV. That's who we got. We got ITV Studios in the next round.
That's what I was thinking.
I see. That's a cheap joke, in it. That's a cheap pop.
Still,
but I'm gonna take it.
That's my first thought.
Low hanging fruit in it. But yeah, but we got Granada Studios in it in the next round of that. We should dispatch them. No one else will probably lose the first leg or something, and then have to come back. But yeah, we should defeat Granada Studios, and then we get the winner of is it Roma Villarreal tie? That's who it is. So yeah,
you gotta tell me, bro.
Yeah. You have no idea. Sorry, Mr. Champions League, but yeah, we get Roma Villarreal in it. Yeah, saying in the next round.
So United have got. So you've got, as you said, you've got Granada next. Then after that, if you get through, Roma or Ajax.
Oh, Ajax, that's it. I don't know.
So Arsenal, if you get through, would have Villarreal, Unai Emery's Villarreal, or Zagreb.
Ooh.
So and the final would be if teams go through Arsenal.
Ooh, Emery knocking out Arteta, please. That's
it could happen. But we
need
to get through
the Europa League's where it's at, man.
Yeah, we need to
Europa
get past
League
the
is where it's at, man. You get what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
You got managers. You got managers managing from the wing. You got Mourinho doing 8-minute press conferences. You got racists getting beat up. Yo, it's all about the Europa. This is where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
It's that theme tune. As soon as they switch the intro music,
you know what? Yeah, you man, I can laugh at this. I was vibing to that theme tune.
I don't even know what the theme tune is. I'm not gonna lie.
No, because there was a video that came on Twitter, right? It was like a violin of it. I was like, dude, this is actually nice. I like this. You know what I mean? But can I just respond to the comments below? It says by Bab's logic, Wigan are a big club, as big a club as Arsenal because they won an FA Cup. We've won FA Cups. The whole point being, we won trophies. They won one trophy, and they also been relegated, so it kind of eliminates that. But it's fair enough. Your point.
No, it doesn't.
It does. And why are you talking? What have you won, Big Ben? So that means Wigan are a big club in Tottenham because Wigan have won something and Tottenham haven't.
All right. Notice how nobody in the world agrees with you.
What do you mean?
Well, I want to take a look at some of the comments.
Anyone here think Wigan are bigger than Tottenham?
Well, they might be.
Nah.
They had to think about it. They had to think about it. Flawless was like, yo, nah.
I just had to make sure Wigan hadn't done anything that I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean? You had to think about it.
No,
I was thinking about if they went bust or not. Was that last year or was that somebody else? Was that Berry?
I think it was last year.
Yeah, that was Berry.
Bro, the whole point
was it Wigan as well? I swear, or they had to sell loads of players or something.
For me, my
I
point
just
Anyway.
think
stands.
though, with the
If
same
Spurs have done
logic,
nothing in the
Rapid
last 10
Vienna
years,
have more
then fair enough.
European pedigree than Arsenal do, and it
Well,
does.
Fair
Let's
enough.
go.
They do. Hang on. Let me get it straight, right? If a team has won a European Cup and Arsenal haven't, they have got more European pedigree than Arsenal do. That's the same with the league, the England. So that's why for me,
Yeah, Spurs have more
Spurs.
European
So
pedigree
Spurs
too,
have won.
that's
Hang on. So this is the big six Spurs, right? No league titles since 1950. No Champions Leagues. No, not even an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup for the last 10, 20 years. So is that your big six now?
I mean, who else goes in there? Because I drop Arsenal for
Leicester.
already.
They've won a league title before
No, but Leicester
Arsenal.
go in for Arsenal, in my opinion. So I'm thinking if we drop Spurs out, who else?
So what? You're telling me Arsenal drop out and then go on? Take it away.
Spurs are more consistently in the top four.
But
So
I'm
if we're
not
talking
counting
about big
positions. I'm saying, what do you do when you
But
get
why
to
are
a
you not
position?
counting positions? But why are you not
Because
counting
because for
Why
me
am I
that
here
means nothing to
bashing
me
for
as a fan.
Tottenham? Oh my
As a
God.
fan, it means nothing to me. As a fan, right? If I
Bro,
give
if
you
you get
5,
Champions
like,
League,
Neil,
I mean,
right, Neil,
Wenger did that year in, year out
no.
for you guys.
Okay, do you know what?
Champions
Right?
League,
Neil,
and then
easy
quarterfinals.
answer, right? Easy answer. Neil,
16
I'm going to give
back to
you
Europa
two
League.
options, right? Two options. I give you 10 years in a row in the Champions League, but no league title.
I've never
Or
heard
just one year of a
such
league
shit in my
title.
life.
What would you take?
Sorry, I was listening to Slav.
I said
I've
I'll give you
honestly-
10 years in a row.
I've honestly
Right,
never
10
heard
years in a
such
row,
shit
Neil.
like that.
Shut up, Slav, right? Just shut up a second, right? You cry in your corners, right? Go stand in the naughty corner or something. Right,
up,
Slav. 10 years in a row, Champions League, top 4, but no league title, or one league title.
Yeah, but you ain't got a league title, though, have you?
What would you take? What would you take? What would you take? I'm asking you a question. What would you take?
Yeah, but it's a bit of my club perspective is different to the likes of you guys.
My
Do you know what I
point being,
mean?
hypothetically, I'm offering you two options. If you can take that
Yeah,
right now, what would
of
you
course
take?
I'm going to pick my option because the other one ain't going to happen. And I know what you mean.
No, but I'm just
We
saying,
got
say
that
if it did
trophy
happen.
at least. We got that
No,
Premier
you're
League.
not getting the
but
point. I
that's
said,
not the same thing.
say if I gave you this, you press the button and it happens. 10 years Champions League or one league title, what are you taking as an option? Would you rather? What would you do?
I'll tell you
10
one
years
thing.
My
Champions League,
club-
no trophies, no
For
league
my
titles.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be in the Champions League, to be honest. Well,
So
then
you
league
would
title.
sacrifice that one league title.
Oh, I thought you meant League Cup. My
No
bad.
league title.
Okay,
Premier League
League
title.
title. Yeah, that changes things.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So if you get top four, but no league title, what does it mean? So I'd even if you're
That's
gonna go
Arsene
out,
Wenger,
Leicester.
that, in his
No,
latter
that's
years.
what. No, but he had league titles at the start, and I do feel bad for him because of things. But it is what it is. But that's why Leicester overtook Arsenal because they won that league title. Why are people not getting that point? But Tottenham have not done that. So why are they in that conversation?
But for me, it's because you do have to
It's
take
such a
positions into it.
fucking-
Yeah, but if you're not getting anything from it, then what are you? Well, what's the whole point? I don't get
This
it.
is like talking
You
to
get
a
Champions League
football-
to
Yeah, it's
improve to become
financial.
win a league title.
And
It's
you lot
financial,
missed out
exactly.
that as well. You lot missed out on
Yeah, but
Champions
we're
League.
football fans. We're not financial advisors. We're not bank advisors. We're
Yeah,
football
but you
fans.
want what's best for your team as well. And what's best for your team is to be in the highest positions at each time.
Nah, man.
Consistency.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear
It's
that.
why you
I
kept
get
Wenger for
your
so long
argument, but there's
as
two
well.
different arguments to it.
No, the reason why for us was the stadium, right? So fair enough. But I stand by it.
But that's
If I
financial
could-
then, bro.
If I
That's
could swap,
financial.
right? If I could swap, right? What was it? We had after league title, we had every year Champions League except for 2 years, right? If I could swap all of that for, let's just say, the rest of them, all out of Champions League, but at least 2 or 1 league title, I'd swap for the league title. What do we get from Champions League? Get embarrassed by Bayern Munich.
But that's
Don't
up to your
reach
team to
donations
put.
all
That's
the
up to your job to do well. That's not.
Honestly,
You only
but-
beat in
I
front of
have
you.
never heard such like complete arse.
Bro, shut up, man. You got nothing to talk about. So just
No,
keep crying,
bro,
bro.
you need to shut up. There's a reason no one on earth is agree. No one, none of us are
Fair
agreeing
enough.
with you. No one in the
Fair
comments
enough.
is agreeing
No one can agree
you.
with me. I give my opinion. That's all I'm giving. I just don't think Spurs are a Big Six team, and you've not given me a valid reason to why you are. So if you have, if you got one, go take it away.
They're big
Because
you don't have
team
one.
because of the fans, because
Because
of
of
the
the fans.
financial
Bro,
turnaround.
Bro, there's more
That's
Aston
what
Villa
it is.
fans than there are Tottenham
That's what
fans.
it is.
That's
See, and if that's what you think, then you're being an idiot. Why don't you just have an actual debate?
Aston Villa are bigger than Tottenham.
It's the size of the
Stop
club
being
as
an
well,
idiot.
and stuff
Yeah.
that they have done. The size of their club, the fact that they can go and
The
build
size
a
of their
new
club.
stadium, the size
Yeah.
of their
Building a
club.
stadium.
Yes, the fact.
So we're
building
building off.
No, that
Okay,
adds
flawless,
into
right,
it, though.
flawless.
That was
Right,
no,
it
that
does,
goes into
it
it because you
does.
mentioned Villa because Villa couldn't do what they did.
Why do you let someone else speak for
But
a minute?
Villa couldn't do what
what's
they
the
did.
crowning achievement?
Going to a Champions League. No, it's not a crowning
Going to
achievement.
what?
The argument, no, going to a Champions League final. The argument
about
is
winning?
what? No, they didn't win it. But what I'm saying is them getting to, if somebody gets to a Champions League final, that adds into their argument. So say for
hang
instance,
on.
Villa got into a Champions League final. That's a part of the argument. The top 5 is solidified. We've already
Right.
mentioned the 5. We're saying
Flawless.
what makes them the 6? Who's better
I
than
offered
them?
you-
If they're not the
if I
6,
offered
no,
you-
not that's an offer thing.
Go on.
If they're not the 6, who's bigger than Spurs?
And
If
it
they're
ain't
not the
us.
6, who is?
Leicester.
Who's bigger than them?
It's not
I
us.
don't think.
Not
See,
yet.
unless the fans telling you, I don't think so yet.
Huh?
Leicester are not.
No, I'm saying my
bigger.
opinion. It's fair enough.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's your
Leicester.
opinion.
The
But
whole point being,
nobody's
right,
agreeing with you.
So, no, it's fine. But the big six, right? The big sixes in terms of the most successful big six teams in England right now, right? Successful English teams, right? Successful English
Okay,
teams.
I hear that.
So then why are Spurs in that successful category?
What
Because
Leicester,
they're not.
what Leicester achieved right in that year was remarkable.
No, but
amazing.
hang on, forget Leicester. In that six
But that's
teams,
what you're
right,
mentioning is the top 6. So you
This
have
is
to
why I don't give
compare
my points. You don't let
Tottenham
anyone
to
else
Leicester. If
think,
you think
man.
Tottenham's going to come out and Leicester's going to come in, that's how you got to compare them, and that's what Slav said.
Like I'm not saying Leicester haven't had more success because they have won a league title, but I'm saying minus that league title, they've won that one league title that Spurs haven't. Spurs getting to a Champions League final adds into
More
their
common.
success.
More common.
Them, being in the top, being regulars in the top 4 adds
Exactly.
into their success also. So
Finance-
that's why I would
So
put
hang
them
on.
in.
Right.
Well,
If United
financially,
get top 4, flawless,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
do you
that.
call that success? Is that
No, but
successful
that's
season?
that's from a United
That's from
perspective.
a United fan in the big six. So
Yeah,
for a
but-
big six, getting Champions League is not a success, right?
But they
For Spurs,
weren't
it's
what-
a success.
Yes, it is. If we get it this season,
No, but-
success.
Okay,
But what-
but
what-
wait,
that's what Leicester
would you
do.
take an FA Cup or would you take getting to the Champions League final?
An FA Cup because I know I'll win something.
In terms of what it would mean for the club as well, because financially it'd probably be better for you to head to the final.
As a football fan, you're asking me whether I lose in the final or win a final. I'd win a final.
Yeah, you win a final, but what we're forgetting is we're talking about Spurs getting there. Spurs weren't a top 4 side up until recently. Poch changed them into a top 4
financial-
side.
So what did they get from getting there?
I'm not saying they got anything. Go on.
Flawless, just wait one second. Just gotta read a few of the soups as we're getting backed up. Liverpool,
for
my
it.
team, but I was bad last night. Shame. Big up everyone on the panel. Good to see you here. Slav, hope you did well in the Gold Cup, and
Big up, Wayne.
Blabs, please understand
No,
London is
terrible
big
day
up,
in the
Blabs.
Gold Cup. Bro.
And also,
Terrible day in the Gold
please
Cup.
saying, Blabs, there's a reason no one else agrees with you on this.
So hang
But
on,
yeah,
wait,
go
let me
on,
just get
what's
straight
the
right
point?
now.
Go
Go
for
on,
it.
yeah, take it. Who's talking? Who's
No,
talking?
no, when
I'm
you guys were talking,
now.
I just had to get through all of that.
I'm
Yeah,
talking now.
Go
Financially,
on.
yeah, for the big six, yeah, like whatever success aside, it's just fat. Like Neo and Flawless know exactly what they're talking about. It's like it comes down to consistency, and it comes down to that Champions League final, and it comes down to financial turnover. And our finances are nothing short of fantastic. Oh, that's the one thing where I can give Levy credit. His finances are superb. We make money after money after money after everything. We've booked this summer. We've still got Corona. We've booked 3 of the rugby thingy cut games at our stadium. That would get us about £5 million. It's insane how much money we earn. We don't spend it. I don't know why, but we don't. Right? But that is what gets you in the big six, and that is why everyone here, but you in the entire world, can see that. And that's maybe because you're
So
a
hang
young
on,
guy.
right. So
Maybe
hang
it's
on,
because you're a
relax,
young
relax.
guy and you think, oh, if you don't win trophies, you're not a big club. That's not how it works, unfortunately.
So yeah,
Lewis,
let's say
Lewis,
in 10 years'
in the last
time,
10
right?
years,
Let's say in
Lewis,
10 years'
the last
time,
10
we
years-
finish in the top 6, top
Yeah.
4, and say Arsenal don't. Does that make us a more relevant club than you? And does that make me a top 6 rather than
Yeah, you will be
compared to you?
big.
Then
Right,
you come
at that
down when
period
we
of
come in.
time, you'll be a more successful club than Arsenal in the recent period. Yeah. The whole point being, right,
But
Lewis,
they've
last
done it.
10
They've
years,
done it for the last 10. They've done it for the last 10 odd years. They've finished in the top 4 pretty much consistently
last 10 years.
since
Pretty
Poch
much,
came
so.
in.
Seems fun. Yeah. They pretty much.
So the
They've had
first
like
team was like
three-
2015 or something.
3-4 years outside of the top 4 in the last
Yeah.
10 years.
Slav knows
So that-
more.
So that's 6 years in the Champions League.
Yeah, so
What,
that's
buddy?
That's
Yeah,
not
I
10
was saying,
years.
how
is it?
many from the last 10 years, from this year to going back, how many years did you finish in either Europa or Champions League?
Oh, every single year.
Yeah, there you go.
be consistent. In
And then you're saying, and then
They haven't-
I'm saying the same
they
thing
haven't finished
logically.
lower
If
than
it goes forward, then we finish in your position. Then that matters more.
Yeah, we
then
haven't
in
finished-
that
we
case,
have-
Arsenal, we get it ahead of you.
Neil, we
So hang
haven't,
on, right,
we haven't finished lower than
just-
6th since 2008. And that was our 1
You
year
haven't-
since 2006 that we haven't finished lower than 6th. And that was when we
But
finished.
Chelsea
about
have.
11th.
Hang on. Chelsea have. Arsenal have. City have. Sorry, no, Chelsea
but
have.
once-
Arsenal have. United
once
have.
or
And they've
twice
also
in
won.
that
They've also
years.
won then. So what have you won in that period?
Yeah, that's a whole different argument. Though. We're not
Exactly.
saying that they're not saying that they have won anything. What we're saying is we're just adding to. We're talking about success in a Spurs perspective. That's what we're saying. What is success for Spurs? Why are they? We're making an argument why they are in the big
fair
six,
enough.
and that's
I
what
just
it
think,
is.
look,
And
as
me,
I
I
said,
think
man,
I'd get into a Champions League final is something big. Whether you win it or not, that's a whole different conversation. But getting there is big. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can make it a top 7.
Man, we might need to make it just a European show. Sorry, no one's
I'm saying making it to your.
Oh yeah, that's fine, man. You'll be kicked out by next season.
Hang on. Why don't we make it a top?
My Slavia Prague, the ones that kick to you as well.
Why don't we make it a top 6 show or even a top half show? Sorry, Val.
You're not top 6 anyways.
No, it's a top half.
You said top half, innit?
Bro, do you know what? This is the funniest thing, right? I can hear from Lewis, right? From Lewis and Flawless and even Neil, I can hear 10th, right? If you're 7th and we're 10th, why are you boasting?
I'm still running that. We could be 9th and you're 10th. I'm still running that.
Babs, let me ask you this. What number is closer to 1?
So hang on. No, wait. Hang on. You're telling me you're boasting about 7th?
Answer the question. Like you say to me.
Okay, I'll answer it, right? I'll answer it, and you answer the question as well, right? Can we go question for question, right?
You answer this question.
No, question for question. I'm going to ask you a question, you answer my question, right? So I'll answer the question, right? 7's closer. 7's closer. Right, 7's closer. 7's closer. How many trophies have Spurs won the last 10 years?
Like, as Neil said,
it's a number.
Neil, what did you say?
Oh, look, you didn't answer my question. No, this is unfair, man. That's fair enough.
About the next 10, I said if we finish in the club if we finish in the Champions League Europa League, because it's already been 1 year since we finished ahead of both of you. So if we continue this run, then surely we have a more successful year over 10 years than you guys. If that's the case, if we carry on from, for example, say this year looks like we're going to finish ahead of you. Last year we did. If we carry on that for 10 years, we are more successful than you.
I was back in the Spurs down until you started pulling out the best finances cup.
Yeah, man, put out finances, bro. I don't get that stuff.
James ain't
like,
here this week, bro.
We've made £100 million from profit, bro. I don't care about profit, bro. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not.
That's how it works.
I care about a new stadium, though.
But profit adds into. We're talking when you're talking big. It's not just on the pitch. Yeah, I'm looking at it as a football fan, but that also adds into it. That adds into it because as a football fan.
So hang on, right? So hang on, right. Slav, when you sitting at home when you got the Sky Sports report saying Spurs made £100 million profit, were you going, yeah, come on? No, you weren't, because it doesn't matter to you, right?
See, this is
so it doesn't matter.
This is the immaturity.
As a fan, it doesn't matter. You don't care about that.
It's a positive thing because then you think, all right, we could. It doesn't necessarily mean you will. You have more money to spend. If I see Manchester United have turned a profit, for instance, I'm like, that can improve United's playing staff. And then the playing staff that's on the pitch, then which in turn can help us win trophies. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I get what
the reason why the reason why I'm so passionate about that debate is because I was told as an Arsenal fan, having finished Champions League for 21 years straight, that it wasn't good enough. But for Spurs, I'm hearing.
You just said it there.
I'm hearing now.
Well, you just said it there, though. 21 years straight. Nobody would be happy with that. Neil, who, as a Leicester fan, never seen his team in a Champions League final. If they finished in the Champions League spots for 21 years straight, eventually, you want that jump up. So for 1 year, cool, like Spurs, for instance, finishing their aim before Poch was to become a regular in the Champions League. Now, if Poch was still here and 6, 7, 8, 9 years down the line, they're just finishing in the top 4. Eventually, Spurs fans are going to go, we need to go to the next level. That's what it is. It's gradual. It's gradual. That's what it is. Look at Neil's knee. That's why Neil's nodding his head. Neil's there. Neil, if he has already said, if Leicester finished in the Champions League spots this year, he would be absolutely ecstatic. Ask him that. Gas. If we take it to 20, if we take it to 2031, if we take it to 2031, and all Leicester have done is finish in the Champions League spots, eventually Neil's going to go. We need to go to the next level.
What's going on? Why are we not getting on the group stage? Why are we not getting on the 16? And that, let's face it, man, you did that year on year under Wenger. In the Champions League, you didn't get to the quarterfinals very much.
And that's why your fans were mad.
But the reason why Flawless and you like that is because they support clubs that have different standards to what Arsenal, Chelsea, and United have. Simple as that. And let's be honest about it, right? Leicester weren't in.
Surely your standards are dipped if you're hiring somebody like Mikel Arteta.
They're not dipped. It's a different process.
Hang on, Baz, you're sounding like a big hypocrite as well.
We're starting over again. That's the whole different thing about it.
You said you don't mind being 10th.
You shouldn't be. You should be getting in Ancelotti.
I never said. Hang on. When have I said I don't mind being 10th? When have I said that, please?
Did you not say that?
What?
So
when have I said? Yeah, 10th's fine for Arsenal. When have I said that?
You said
so you're making up lies now. You're making up lies now. Look, bro. As I said, right? For me, if you've won nothing in the last 10 years, and that's my opinion only, you're not in that successful category. But hey, if you think Daniel Levy making £100 million is success, then go celebrate that. Go have a parade for that. Go make some key rains for that. Go do that. I don't mind that. That's your thing, bro. Go do it.
All right. Well.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll use this to wrap up. Anyone got any final thoughts? Neil, we'll start with you.
it's going to be an interesting game against Man United. I know we've not touched on it at all, man. But there's been a lot of North London derby talk. But I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a beast of a game. I think Leicester can still win it. To be honest, I back my team to win. I know we're at home, but I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
All right, cool. Flawless as well. We'll turn that to you now. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, again, after the great win in Milan, in the San Siro, you get me, man, like Paul Labille Pogba. We keep reiterating that. Paul Labille. Put some respect on his name, people. Because people like to criticize him.
You'd be upset if he's
over the
gone.
top. Yeah, of course. I understand, though. But of course I'd be upset. You don't want to lose your best player. But
How's your form after Europa League, after a game like in Europe as well? Because I've heard...
Go on.
That's what I think. I've heard it's not too great, but I don't know. I'm a Leicester fan. I'd rather hear it from Man United fan, you know.
That just adds into us. Like, I don't really pay attention to that because we're inconsistent anyway. Without the Europa League, we're inconsistent. We are consistently inconsistent. So it wouldn't be a shock if after Europa League games we draw or lose games. So that's not what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at like the players. They'll be on a high. They'll be very confident because, like I said, Milan were the favourites going into that. Milan were the favourites going.
You're always going to be.
I'm with the favourites going into that. Got lucky that Milan had a goal wrongly disallowed in the first leg, and we did get some form of luck, but it moves. Like we move. Like that's not Manchester United's fault that the goal was ruled out. Right, the goal got ruled out. Let's talk about why we're not talking about how bad Milan were the second leg. Milan were as bad in the second leg against us as Atletico Madrid were against Chelsea. They huffed and they puffed. Everyone was talking about Zlatan this, Zlatan that. They got players back. They offered nothing. Did Milan? I don't think Milan created, in my mind, like one clear-cut chance in that second leg. And they had ample time to do it. It was the whole first half. We scored in the second half. All they had to do was score one goal and it goes to extra time. But nobody's talking about United.
I was really hoping for that, man.
Yeah, I was hoping.
I was hoping for extra time. I was like, your legs would have been dead coming into Sunday.
Then the watch along would have continued. Then I would have to watch that. Then do a match reaction late, and then the Q&A would have been pushed back. Like, that's all long. But yeah, man, like I said, feeling very pleased about getting through to the next round of the Europa League because we have a fantastic chance of winning that competition. Whether we will, I don't know. Can we? Yes. Do I think we will? No, because I think Ollie Tax will come into play. But I hope I'm wrong on that. And as it comes to Leicester, I think I said this already. I think we go through both ties. The soap opera, the Hollyoaks FC that Manchester United are, the storyline will continue. Because like I said, if we'd lost to AC Milan and we lose to Leicester on the weekend, there's nothing else to talk about. And Manchester United are the biggest talking point. All the storyline's dead. It's literally just the race for second, and that's it. That's why I think we'll beat Leicester. We should have beat them. I think we should have beat you lot in the league, to be honest. And we effed that up at the away game I'm talking about.
Yeah, you should have put that away more.
Yeah,
I mean, you had more opportunities to slam it past a couple of players, and we weren't on form that day. But again, we ground out a result then as well. So
I'm looking forward to it because one thing about Leicester is they'll make it a game, even if we don't.
And we've had 8 days. We've had 7 days as well. We've had rest, and we've known with when we have rest and we have tactics, we come out a little bit more. Like we've not seen that for like 3 months. I know it was against a shit team in Sheffield United, and they were dead, but. You can only beat who's in front of you, and you know from South. We both know from Southampton when the team are dead, you've still got to put it away, and you still have to turn up. It's not like you beat them 2-0. You just chill. Right, you got to go and pummel them.
Facts. Not everybody can win 9-0, but we move.
We do what we do.
Hear that. Slav, what's your final thoughts, bro?
I hate you.
Slav, you made it, man.
I actually gone for you that bad this episode.
Innit?
Nah, bro. Look, I love you, Geezer. I love you, bro. Don't lie. Final thoughts. Don't know, really. Just plod along for the rest of the season, see how it goes. Try not to kill Bavs.
You just have a love-hate relationship, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Away from football. Away from football. I love that.
Schrodinger.
Hate love, not love hate.
Nah. Away from football. I love
Stockholm syndrome, innit?
Nah, it's love, hate. That's what it is. Like, you love each other, but hate each other's teams, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward in a couple of weeks, and I can start playing football again. Then I can just focus on that and not my shite football club. Getting back playing, buzzing.
Looking forward to that, man.
Just playing more ball again. Score some goals. I mean, it's just really. It's not great, I hope, but next season it's Julian Nagelsmann's army, and we go again.
Still, yeah.
Next year's our year.
Says every football team ever.
Yeah. I mean, look, whilst it's not the most glamorous of cups, if we can shit house the League Cup, be quite like to put a smile on my face for a couple of weeks. Just be nice to just end the trophy conversation for a couple of years at least, or a year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This weekend, like this weekend, yeah. If we lose, he's gone. I celebrate. If we win, I celebrate. He stays.
Right, who you lot got this weekend? You got Villa.
Villa without Grealish.
No Grealish.
Okay. Yeah, when is the final?
Who's home?
Bro, didn't Newcastle beat Villa at home? Like 1-0?
They drew 1-0.
Give it a Tim Sherwood to the end of the season, lad. Go on.
Mate, is he around?
He is. Tim Sherwood's a pundit. Jermaine Genius, lad. Give it to Gary Lineker.
The thing is, we've got Villa and Newcastle in our next games. Can we not have like City and Chelsea instead?
Why?
No, we got City the week
He
after.
wants his team to lose because that's how he hates Jose that much, and I can feel for him.
That's the thing. I don't want him to lose. So
no, but you want hard games, so Jose eventually loses and he goes, and I can see why you hate him. But this is what you signed up to.
That's right. We'll be
that's what we need. We need Jose to beat Villa and beat Newcastle.
We'll have Nagelsmann will do a Tottenham and bottle the Bundesliga, and he'll come and bottle more things with us. And I can't wait.
So let's get
straight. Enjoy us watching us.
So, Slav, are you saying right that Jose, if you don't win the Carabao Cup, he's definitely gone, right?
No, they've said winning it or the Carabao Cup doesn't have any impact on whether Mourinho goes or stays. It's about whether he finishes in the top 4.
So okay, so say if he doesn't Carabao Cup and you don't get top 4, any season comes, he goes most likely, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would become his first club where he's not won a single piece of silverware. Tottenham Hotspur. Aye, listen, mate, it's poetic. It's poetic. All the clubs, Porto, Inter, Chelsea, he ruined his record. He went to Spurs. Why do you do that to yourself, bro? It's his fault, man.
I genuinely feel disgusted.
It's his fault. I don't care.
His fault. That's Chelsea's greatest ever manager, by the way, Lewis. It must be bad.
No, we just call him Agent Mourinho. We'll leave that.
He's your great. No, but come on paper, he's your greatest ever manager. Surely he is, right?
He's our greatest ever manager by a mile.
Wait,
you must love this. You must love this.
Levy can't afford to compensate. Yes, you think Levy can't afford a £20 million payout? That'd be ridiculous. It's already like people need to read articles. People can go and read articles.
I reckon Mourinho becomes a bigger Chelsea legend after getting Tottenham where they are.
Say that again. I didn't hear.
I reckon he's a bigger Chelsea legend now. He is. No, he's a bigger Chelsea.
Well, I hope.
No, he's come to Tottenham. Do you know what Willian is for Arsenal, right? And Willian's not that bad compared to Mourinho, right? He's come to Tottenham. You've gotten, in my opinion, worse in terms of footballing wise. Team wise, is the same. It's not like it's got any better. That's it. So he's a bigger Chelsea legend now, isn't it? And yeah, there's.
Alright, Babs, what's your final thoughts?
Jose in.
Alright, pick up Jose. Yeah, I hear that. Well, guys, hope you lot have enjoyed yet another episode of Shameless FC. We'll be back again same time next week. Check out everyone's socials. The link is down in the description below.
Yep.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, we'll see you this time next week for another episode of Shameless FC. Take care, like and subscribe. And as always, up the Chels.